Hello, and welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Chief Nosy Bystander. This is the Nosy Bystander. If you guys didn't already know, our network launches on Halloween. So if you haven't already downloaded us in your Roku device, please do so. If you don't have a Roku device, that's okay. Roku actually cares about us and gave us a website. I'm going to share that website with you guys here so that you know you can just go there. And also, there's a link in the bio if you're on Facebook or on YouTube. So there's the ticker. There's also a link in the description box below. And I think on Facebook, it's above. So Facebook, the link should be above. YouTube, the link should be in the description below. Please watch all of our shows. We have a lot of shows that are going to be uploaded this week that are for free. So I want you guys to watch those. And that includes a lot of stuff. But let's see who we got all up in the building. Hello, Cami on the go. Hello, Kamiko. I know you've been super busy, so it's good to see you here. Hello, Cree. Hello, not this time. Hello, where's the tea? Hello, Auntie Brenda. Hello, Earth is Ghetto. Hello, Stephanie Buchanan. Hello, Nikki. Hello, Tracy. Hello, Ruth B. Hello, Tamika. Hello, Melody. Hello, Lollipop. Hello, Ray. Hello, Life Arena. Hello, AC. Hello, Virgil. Hello, Brandy. Oh, everybody coming in now, huh? Hello, CC. Hello, Erica, all the way from Facebook. Hello, Erica. Hello, FW. Hello, Life of a Virgo. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Is it Galandra? Hello, Galandra. Hello, Bria. Hello, Play No Games. Hello, Vanessa. Hello, Orion. Hello, Erica Michelle. Again, smash the like button. You heard her. She's not gonna say it twice. Hello, Taurus season. Hello, Bodala. Hello, Nosy or Inquisitive. Hello, Honey Buzzness. Love the name. Did you change your name? I think you did. This is from Just Monique. Hello. She says, hey, I love the hair. I love the good pink hair. Hello, Broderick. Hello, Suli. Hello, Blaze 106.91. Dang, Blaze. Now, I didn't realize that your kids getting out of soccer means we can see you every day, but hello. Hello, E. Ortiz. How you doing today? Hello, Pamela. Hello, Latoya. Okay, so let's hold on one second. I see her. Hello, Queen Shell. Hello, Desiree. Hello, Overcomer. Hello, YNB. Hello, Brandy. I think I said hello to you guys. If I said it twice, that's okay. Hello, Parrish. Hello, Auntie Tonisha. Hello, Tracy. Hello, Monet. Hello, is it Joslia? Joslia? I hope I'm saying that right. Hello, Loretta. So let's get into this. So yeah, we got to start talking about news because we also do that too. So I feel like we've been neglecting the news as of late, but this time we're gonna get on it. We're on it. All right. So I wanted to talk about this little innocuous little story that came up over the weekend and last week. There's a Twitter user who just sprouted out of the middle of nowhere by the name of Brianna Jackson's. And they're telling this like crazy harrowing story of how they used to work for Nicki Minaj as her housekeeper and how her husband had R-worded her allegedly and got her impregnated allegedly. Now the story is unusual as it is, and it's giving very much what's it called? It's giving very much Kate Miller vibes. If you don't remember the story of Kate Miller sprouted just like our good friend here, Tiana, on Instagram, sharing an increasing harrowing tale of formerly working for Nicki Minaj. And then all of a sudden, just like that, they were gone. And here's this account doing the same thing. And just like that, they're gone. This is my conspiracy theory. There's no truth or basis behind it. This is all alleged. But I think that Kate Miller account, and I also believe this account, I think is Nicki Minaj. I do. I do. I think it's her. I think it's her. I think it's her. I think she's behind these accounts allegedly, and I think she's the one who's doing these very innocuous things to make it seem like this is a conspiracy theory of mine, to make it seem as though everyone's just attacking her and her husband and da 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 da. Because just like in the like thieves in the night, they show up and then all of a sudden they just disappear. So if another one pops up before Christmas, my theory is going to get a lot stronger, and then I'm going to do a really good deep dive into it because I'm starting to believe that these accounts are Nicki Minaj. Um, I'm starting to believe that. The main reason as to why I'm going to start believing that these are Nicki Minaj is because um, it's just the way that they disseminate information. So this person put out this typed up lettered statement, and it says, and I'm going to read it to you because I think it's important that we read the letter, because my suspicions about Nicki Minaj working her own, gossip farm is getting stronger by the second. So the reason why I believe that this is her, allegedly, is because of the way that these accounts come and go. The main reason as to why I think Nicki Minaj is behind this account, I'm sorry, one moment. The reason why I think she's behind this account is because I read this statement. Now, this statement is just this harrowing tale of, and I encourage you to read it. I'm not going to read the whole thing. But it's a harrowing tale of this person being working for the family, and then this person trying to address the situation of the alleged R word and alleged baby, and then how Nicki Minaj responds. But they say something very curious in this statement, and they actually stated it here. It says, I blocked her in fear that this person referring to Nicki Minaj says, I blocked her in fear that she might send men to handle me and my family. Few days later, which I find weird that they have this type spacing and really poor grammar, which again makes me feel like it's Nicki. Yeah. They said that a few days later, she texted me on my personal Instagram. Now, if you don't realize that, but that is a clue. That's a clue. That's a clue. And the reason why it's a clue is because it tells us that if this person is real, right, then they should have two stamps. They should have two stamps that we should be able to find on Instagram. And we're pretty good at digging, so we'll be able to find it. So this person has two stamps. They're stating that they have a personal Instagram account and most likely a business Instagram account. And if they do, we'll be able to find it. We darn will be able to find it, because whoever decided to write this poorly, grammatically, full of grammatical errors, didn't realize that they were telling on themselves a whole lot. I don't believe this person is real at all. I don't think that a 23-year-old person has a. Here's the reason why I don't believe this person is real, and I believe that somebody is behind this. I believe it's Nicki Minaj herself, because I don't see a 23-year-old owning a cleaning company. I think that if anybody's going to work for Nicki Minaj, they're going to have to go through a litany of background checks. And I don't think that a person who just started, probably from 18 to 23, just randomly starting a cleaning business, so happen to get lucky enough to be the cleaning person for Nicki Minaj. I don't believe that. I just don't believe that. That's just hard for me to believe. There's not a whole lot of details in it, in my personal opinion. The next thing is that this person makes reference here, and they said that the day of August 1st, 2022 wasn't a normal work day because Miss Minaj, and they said Miss MISS instead of MRS, right? Like she's not married. Miss Minaj wasn't in the mansion with her husband, Kenneth Petty. But her husband, Kenneth Petty, was there. Miss Minaj was in Canada for her OVO Fest performance. Now, if you don't remember, Kate Miller had continuously mentioned that OVO Fest over and over and over, and kept stating that, oh, Drake canceled the OVO Fest because Nicki Minaj, because he lied to Nicki and canceled the OVO Fest, but he's really going to have it. He just doesn't want Nicki to show up. It's like they kept mentioning it over and over and over and over again. Now, if you don't realize what that was, because again, I think that Nicki Minaj was behind that Kate Miller account. I think that Kate Miller account that was all over Instagram was for celebrities to come forward So Nikki, because she's already hyper paranoid, so she thinks that nobody likes her. So she created, in my head, right, my conspiracy theory, allegedly, she created the Kate Miller account so so the celebrities that were mentioned in it can come forward to be like, Nikki, my girl, I love her, whoop de woo, so she can see who's really on her side. It was a way to get attention from her celebrity friends who don't talk to her anymore. It wasn't really for us. Celebrities have a weird way of messaging, you guys. They have an incredibly weird way of messaging. We discussed this again in detail when we did the Wendy Williams series, and a lot of people just couldn't figure out why Wendy Williams is what's it called? Why Wendy Williams is production company, Mercury Group, kept putting out those PR statements. They're like, why do they keep putting out these PR statements? The PR statements weren't for us, you guys. The PR statements were for Wendy Williams, who just would not answer the phone. The PR statement was for her to respond to them because she wasn't. It wasn't for us. It was for Wendy. Okay? It wasn't for us. It was for Wendy. So the Kate Miller account wasn't for us as the viewing observable audience. It was for the celebrities that Nicki Minaj kept dropping names to, allegedly, to see if they really are her friends. This PR statement is not for the Barbs. It is not for celebrities. It's for bloggers. It's to see which one of them is going to bite. That's what it's for. Be mindful of this. If another one sprouts up, if another one of these innocuous accounts sprout up out of thin air, accusing Nicki Minaj or her husband of something, because it's always an ex-employee. Follow that pattern. The Kate Miller, ex-employee, ex-assistant. This Tiana Jackson, ex-housekeeper. Nicki Minaj is a she's a showman, right? Like, her whole life is really an open book. If Nicki Minaj had an assistant, don't you think the Barbs would have known that already, who the assistant was? Would Nicki Minaj have already Instagram live streamed a video with them, like she does all of her other friends? Yeah. Nicki Minaj doesn't have an assistant. Just like Nicki Minaj does not have a housekeeper. Okay. She doesn't have a housekeeper. At least not one. Does that make sense to you? Think about that for a second. If you think Nicki Minaj has one person scrubbing and dusting her house, you're crazy. She definitely has a team of people come to her house once a week to clean. She's not going to have one lonely 23-year-old show up to her house to clean it. She's not. Come on. Let's put our thinking caps on. In my wild conspiracy theory, allegedly, I believe this is Nicki Minaj herself. And this is to bait in bloggers. That's what it's for. But it's to bait in a specific blogger. And I think this is very much geared toward a specific blogger. And I'm not sure who, but she's definitely looking for somebody to take this bait and run with it. And I don't know who it's for, but she's got it dangling out there like a piece of fish. Okay. She got it dangling out there like a piece of fish for a shark. So that's that. I'm going to follow that story very closely. Because again, Nicki Minaj she's a strange one. She's a strange fruit. And now I wish I had got into blogging earlier in my career, but I didn't. And I wish I had gotten to it earlier, because she'd have been one of the very few I would have tracked incredibly closely, because she is very, very, very unusual. But her biggest problem is that she got my attention. And we dissect everything. So the worst thing she could have ever did was do a Queen Radio on the Nosy Bystander. She should have never did that. That would be Nicki Minaj's biggest downfall, coming over here bothering us, because we don't bother her on the internet. She doesn't realize that we have a background in research and analytics from our good friends at Elmhurst University. So we might get into celebrity gossip, but we're not dumb at all. Okay. We're not dumb at all. We know exactly what it is that we're doing. We know how to look at messaging. We know how to read between the lines, and we do it with incredible surgical like precision. So, if I were Nicki Minaj, if she ever hears this message, which I know she does, because I know she watches my content, I know she does, right? That's how she found me in the first place. If I were Nicki Minaj, I would immediately stop creating these burner accounts to bait people in. Stop doing it because you're going to get caught up. Because what I did was in that Kate Miller debacle, I saved all of those screenshots, and she was really, 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 really going in after her husband, calling him all kinds of stuff. We already know she doesn't like him allegedly. So whoever was going into that Kate Miller account was a really, 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 really who I think is Nicki Minaj, in my personal opinion, in my personal unfounded opinion. There's no foundation for it. I just look at the clues. She was really going in on Kenneth Petty, like he was a loser, he doesn't make money, he's just a waste of space, all that other stuff. So she better quit while she's ahead. But if I had to take that my conspiracy theory a little bit deeper, I would probably say that every time these people come out with these burner accounts, who allegedly I think is Nicki Minaj, I think they're trying to find a way to get rid of Kenneth Petty. I do. I think they're trying to find a way to just drop off this load. That's my personal opinion. That is my personal opinion. If that account is real, right? Maybe not the girl Tiana Jackson, which I think is a pseudonym, because anybody who's afraid of Nicki Minaj is not going to use their real name. But I think that if this person is real, if he did have an affair with her, with a cleaning lady, this could be a way for her to just try to get rid of the husband, allegedly. Okay, let's get into this video. So we have to finish up Brianna's video, but before we finish up Brianna's video, Baby Latruth has stepped into the building, and I want to listen to Baby Latruth's live stream that she had did. It's only, what is it? It's only 13 minutes. It won't take us long because it's a kid, so I assume her attention span's not that great. But let's see what you guys have to say. Let me get into the comments. From Cece says, fame is a hell of a drug. Yes, it is. Exotic Flowers also follows up and says, that makes sense to me. Seriously. Tamiri says, extreme paranoia gets her brain working, huh? I think so. Hello, Keisha. How you doing? This from Missy. Missy says, if you need to check on my friend, I don't want it. What? I'm sorry, I may not catch that reference. DL says, Lead Chief, what's up? This is from Tanique. Tanique says, hello, cousins. And this is from Queen Shell, says, I agree, Chief. She wants him gone so she can live her life without the constant scrutiny. Yeah, definitely. This from Taurus Season says, she's probably tired of people throwing his past at her and want to leave him. Yeah. Definitely. This from Ray. Ray says, I noticed they've always attacked Kenneth, and she even admits on Twitter that he assaulted people, not her. Yeah, unusual. Okay, let's get into the story of Baby Latruth. I'm just going to go ahead and hit play, and then we'll get right to it. I'm going to fast forward a little because she doesn't do a whole lot of talking.
Because I was talking about the part, someone asked me, why did he hit me? It's okay. It's just too much to like handle. It's just like, yeah, he grabbed the belt and he basically came in and started yelling and then hit me. And he kept on hitting me, and I was okay with it because he, it was a hit at first, and then he just started hitting me. And at this point, I was like scared because I saw so much anger in his eyes, and he made me like cry, and like it was so much built into me that I was like terror. I was shaking. He hit me to the point where my skin was literally falling off and I was bleeding. And to that point, I ran to the door. And he dragged me and threw me, and I tried to escape. And I was calling Brianna's name. I was over there saying, help me, help me. And I was scared of that man. And I said that he wasn't my dad because no person that would drag me like that to put my hand on me to call him my dad. And no, I was scared. I was so scared. I'm still scared to this day because I can't look that man in his eye. He he makes me so scared. And
That's a really good point, Ladybug. Says, why is this child on the internet talking about this? I'm going to tell you why she's on the internet talking about this. I'm going to tell you why she's on the internet talking about it. Great. This is a fantastic question. If you're in the kitchen cooking, I'm going to read it to you out loud so you can hear. Don't worry about coming back to the TV. Ladybug says, why is this child on the internet talking about this? Now, before I lay down why she's on the internet talking about this, let me set up the premise for you. Brianna has been bragging for the better part of 3 or 4 days that little baby Latruth is living with her. Okay. I want to make that abundantly clear. Brianna has been on the internet for the better part of 3 to 4 days explaining to you that baby Latruth lives with her and that baby Latruth is wants to live with her because she's afraid. And that's also been stated by baby Latruth's mother, Sierra. Okay. To make it abundantly clear, the only way that baby Latruth would have been able to get on the internet to share this story if she was encouraged to do so by Mrs. Latruth. Now, yesterday we were tussling in the comments, or at least y'all were attempting to tussle with me in the comment section, stating that Brianna's this victim. And I was trying to explain to you that Brianna is an emotional abuser. And now you have a child not in therapy, but on the internet, right? Explaining her harrowing story of, which sounds like she was being abused by her father, but it seemed like it started off as just a little bit of butt whooping, but it seemed like it turned quite violent on Mr. Latruth's part. The whole dragging her and beating her till her skin broke. That's violent, okay? And now you have baby Latruth telling this harrowing tale instead of being in therapy doing that. Do you understand what you're witnessing is a child using the internet to regulate her emotions? Which is a telltale sign that this child is being brought up by a narcissist. And I've already said that about Brianna. So I want to make that abundantly clear. Brianna is the one, she's not coaching this girl what to say. I think this girl's story is real, very much real. But she did encourage her to have it on the internet. She did. She did. She did. It's Brianna. It's not Mr. Latruth. And every single day, more and more and more, you're going to see how manipulative Brianna really is. She's going to keep showing you her true colors. And if you look, you're going to see them. Okay? You're going to see them because it's interesting that when baby Latruth was in the household with her father, she would have never came out with a story like this. Granted, he was the one who did it to her. But it lays a path of, well, who would encourage a child to get on the internet to share this story? And if you don't know, Brianna is very much wealthy, and she's the one who was encouraging her child to be on the internet saying this instead of taking her child to therapy. Let me get some of your comments before I hit play. This is from Tatey Boo says, Mrs. Latruth posted a video yesterday with the stepdaughter leaving, hugging her baby sister before leaving to go home with her mom. Interesting. So she did this from her mom's house. Ooh, even worse. This is from Cleopatra says, reminds me of the movie Sissy. This is from Minnesota Mandy says, new merch idea, shirt that says, I want to make this abundantly clear on it. Do I say that a lot? I do think I do. This is from Carla. Carla says, most people I know done had memorable swooping. Yeah, but still, even if they had a memorable butt whooping Carla, which we know we've all had, it's that like, I don't know if I would encourage my child to, I don't know. I wouldn't encourage my child to do that on the internet. I feel like that's like really demonstrative. You understand what I mean? Really demonstrative. This from Queen Shell says, Brianna shouldn't put their children in this. When she was asked about the alleged abuse on live, I said they both need to be removed from their social media accounts. Absolutely. That's right. Brianna said that he did not whoop the kids. Perfectly me. That's correct. That wasn't, if you want to make reference to what we're talking about in that recorded FaceTime call that Brianna and Mr. Latruth had, she stated that he didn't whoop the kids and he agreed with her. I don't know what that's about. Let's finish this watching this video.
Everything that he probably did, everything that he probably said to me, saying all these lies to me, I probably did believe them because he's a liar. He's a liar. And like Brianna came running to that door and she was getting him off of me, and I had to protect myself by hitting him back because he would not stop hitting me when I was saying stop. And I was over here bleeding. And Brianna was the only person that was over here comforting me. He didn't say sorry or nothing. He just went out that room and said, "It's your fault." What's my fault? You're saying that I never hit you. But he won't bring up that part though. He won't bring up that part at all. He would not bring up that part. And the part where he's saying that he never hit Brianna, he did hit Brianna. He did, because there was many times I went up to that door and tried to bang it down. Yes, he was mad because I wanted to go to the mall with my friends. He said that you don't need friends. The only thing that you need to do is go to school and have friends there and not go out. I'm a teenager. Every teenager probably goes out. And at the time, someone else thought that my friend was like a 20-year-old. But all that I'm saying is true. And the stuff that he's saying to y'all, saying that he never hit no woman, the stuff that my mama said something about he dragged her, carpet burn, hit her, pulled a gun on her. He has a gun. So I know that has to be true. That has to be true. And it's just so much to handle and come through with that. Yes, in some videos I did look sad because sometimes I didn't feel like being around my dad. Like, I don't know, it was this type of feeling. Every time I was around my dad, I just felt this type of sadness that just came upon me. And I just didn't want to I did not want to be near him. I did not. No. At that time, I'm still scared of him. And he didn't text me or nothing today. He haven't texted me ever since the whole situation happened. He did not call or text. And then he's posting an old video of us saying that I miss you. That if you miss me, why wouldn't you text me or call me? Even when I was living here, he did not text or call at all. When did he do that to me? This was probably like a month ago. Like recent. And everything I saw so far, I believe Brianna. I believe everything that my mama and Brianna. I believe everything that was said. Like, it's no joke.
So pay attention. Now I don't know where she's making this video from. I don't know if she's still with Brianna before she left or she's with her mom Sierra, but pay attention to the fact that she said that I believe both of them, meaning that she didn't witness any of it. Because again, when Mr. Latruth was with her mother, she was really young, so she would have not known anything like that. I just want to make that clear. Like, if you're saying, well, how come she didn't see any of it when he was with her mom? Because she was a tiny baby, so she wouldn't have remembered that. I mean, if any tiny baby remembered that, I'd be shocked. and the fact that she only stayed with Sierra and Mr. Latruth part-time, so she probably never witnessed it, because most of the time, I'm sure when she was with the Latruth, they were probably doing more filming than talking. So she probably never witnessed it there. So she's not an actual eyewitness to physical abuse with Mr. Latruth and Mrs. Latruth, or Mr. Latruth and her own mother. She's just only just, she's just a bystander. You understand what I mean? So I just want to say that statement out there. And again, we have Brianna's her little partial lie detector test, and she never mentions physical abuse either, just emotional. Okay. Let me get some of your comments, and then I'm going to hit play, because we got a lot of videos. I hope you brought snacks, because we got 2 more pretty in-depth videos I want to go to. This from Pamela says, I believe her. It's more to the situation. I do too. Desiree says, I believe the little girl. She can't help who's raising her. That's correct. She really can't help who's raising her. I just think I'm not here to analyze Brianna's truth, right? I'm not here to analyze Brianna's truth. I believe that it's very seldom, like, kids do lie. Don't get me wrong. Kids lie, but it's very seldom for a kid to, like, cry on cue. Does that make sense? Like, kids don't just cry on cue unless they're tiny babies and they don't have speech, like they have not mastered speech yet. So they cry as an indication that they want something. But she's crying when she's talking about her father whooping her, which makes me believe that that was very traumatic for her. So I believe that. What I'm questioning is why she's on the internet doing it, and who told her it was okay to get on the internet and say this. Because it lays into the theory about how the adults around her are basically using her as a cash cow pawn. You understand what I mean? They're using her as a cash cow pawn, because most of their Facebook accounts, you guys, are monetized. Okay, because remember, I always have to say this at the top of the hour. We're not dealing with just an average messy family on Facebook. We're dealing with social media influencers and influencers adjacent. So all of them, right? If you have more than 1,000 followers, you can monetize your Facebook account. And because they have monetized Facebook accounts, that's why they're all scrambling to put content together in hopes to cash out on it. So we're not dealing with your average, walk in the park Facebook user. We're dealing with people who make hundreds of thousands, up to millions of dollars a year monetizing their content. So my question is, who allowed her to even get on the internet to share this story? This is from Pamela says, exploiting the child's raw feelings for an experience for money. For money, definitely. This is from Renee. Renee says, y'all need to stop with asking for police reports like the police really help DV, especially Black women. Who's y'all? Can you be a little more specific? Over here, we don't speak with ambiguity in our statements. So define y'all, and we'll get back to your statement, okay? This from Vanessa. Vanessa says, she hardly ever stayed with the Latruth. She lived with her mother in another state and attended school there. He has complained for many years that he doesn't get to see his daughter much. We heard that yesterday. Thank you, Vanessa, for the background feedback. Let's hit play.
And I'm not going against my dad. Yeah, my mom would let me still be around Brianna. Y'all.
This is a really good statement by Twin Soul says, you are all worried about why she's saying it online because her statement's a little robust. Let me try to break it down. So why are we saying it online? Because it's a child, and that is an exploitation of this child's emotions on the internet. And then your second statement is, then if it's true and he did this, how disturbing is it to be beat with a belt? It's very disturbing, right? It's very disturbing. So here's my thing. If he did beat her about a month ago, this is according to baby Latruth and the baby mom, right? That this beating occurred about a month ago, right? Why didn't the mother come and get her child, right? Why didn't she address it on the internet prior? Why didn't Brianna address it on the internet prior? If it was a bad beating, why didn't Brianna call the police, right? There's a lot of who's there. So we're not negating that the story is real. We know the story is real. We're just trying to figure out, why are they using this child for exploitation? That is important. If you don't think child exploitation is not rampant and you're more concerned about us not believing her, well, first, we believe her. Two, we're also concerned about the exploitation of children across the internet. So those are two things. So don't try to dismiss one for the other. The two can be the two things, right? The two narratives, the two things that we're concerned about can also be congruent together. We don't have to pick one over the other. We can worry about child exploitation and child abuse at the same time. So don't think that one trumps the other. They don't. They're exactly the same, and we are allowed to be concerned about both, right? Specifically talking about all of these adults with monetized Facebook accounts. That's concerning to me. That's concerning to me. Okay. So let's get back to the video. I'm sorry. Let me get a couple more comments and we'll get back to the video. This is from Renee. Renee says, there are some in the comments asking what police reports. Yeah, there are none. I don't think there was any.
I'm at my real mom's. I'm safe. No, I did want to stay with Brianna, but I feel as though everybody needs to heal, and I also made a choice to come here. It's not just I didn't want to live with her. I did want to live with her. I just chose to be here because I like it here.
Okay, and if you didn't catch what Baby Latruth just said, she says, I chose to be here because I like it here, which means that this statement was made at Brianna's house. Okay, so yeah, we were right. This is Brianna exploiting her stepdaughter's experience. This is all Brianna's doing. I don't care what y'all say. Brianna is a piece of work. She's a real piece of work. She's a real piece of work to me. And that's just my opinion. You don't have to agree with it, but Brianna is a real piece of work, honey. Like, I'm going to just rewind this portion back because I think you definitely should hear it.
I didn't want to live with her. I did want to live with her. I just chose to be here because I like it here.
Yeah, she's at Brianna's house making this statement. Mm. She did say her mom's house. Okay.
I just came on here to tell my side of the story because my aunt Toya, she's saying that Brianna did a whole.
Before we get into anything else, she's mentioning her aunt Brianna or her aunt Toya. We'll hear from Toya. Okay, we got Toya's video too. Okay.
Script on me told me what to say, and I was stuttering. I didn't stutter one word to her. I told her everything that he had done, and of course she's gonna believe my dad because that's her brother. He gives her money. She's going to take his side. And I feel like it was very disrespectful for her to come for Brianna's mom because, like, that is too disrespectful. Like my mama said, a snake cannot stay a snake forever. It will come out eventually. But yes, I wanted to come on here to tell my side of the story because I feel like there needs to be more respect towards it's not just one person, and it's not just like one person's side of the story. I mean, you're believing the man that's bringing up so many lies. How many lies have he told y'all? Over and over. It's different stories. There's one with she grabbed him, She grabbed him, then broke her finger. There's one, oh yeah, I hit her with the toe. Oh, there's one, oh I never hit a woman. I never hit a woman. And that's a lie. No, what he told me, he said I would never hit her kids. I would never do that because I feel like my anger is gonna get the best of me, and I feel like I'm gonna do something worse.
Okay, I don't mean to, I don't mean to laugh, but like Perfectly Me is like, apparently you're in my head today. Perfectly Me says, not to be mean, but who asked for the child side of the story? A child, she's a child for God's sakes. Exactly. The child should have an adult advocate advocating her story like her mother was doing when her mom went live and what Brianna was doing when Brianna went live. We did, that's enough. Okay? We believe what you believe, right? We didn't need to hear it from the child's mouth. So the fact that an adult would allow their child to get on the internet and cry means, to me, in my personal opinion, you don't have to agree with it. But Brianna, Sierra, and Mr. Latruth, the three people raising her, are all narcissists. All of them. They're all using the internet to regulate their emotions. All using the internet to regulate their emotions. And now they're teaching their child how to use the internet to regulate her emotions. It's a clear pattern, and I hope you guys can legitimately see that. It is a clear pattern of, I don't know how to regulate how I feel. I don't know how I feel. I feel like I'm bursting full of emotion. So I'm going to get on the internet and I'll have the internet help me do that. That is the worst thing that you should be teaching to right here. You should be teaching to a child is how to use the internet to regulate their emotions and not regulate them on their own. So all three of the parents who raised her are terrible human beings. Okay, I don't care if you're here on Team Brianna's side. She's just as wrong. She's just as wrong, right? Or if you're on Team Sierra's side, she's just as wrong. This child should have never been on the internet. We believed you. Did you not think that we believed you? Because you don't know how to regulate your emotions, so you don't know how to feel about the outward response. That's why. So you dragged her, right? You dragged her to the internet so she can do this. We believed you. So what was this for? This was just extra. And now her face is going to be on the internet talking about her abusive, emotionally abusive parents. Let's get back into this story.
That's the only thing that he did to me. That's the only side. That's the first time I saw that side. I never saw that side of him. I never saw that side of him. It's like a story after a story after a story after. That's the only thing that he did to me. That's the only side. That's the first time I saw that side. I never saw that side of him.
Now it's interesting that she says that. It's very interesting that she says that. She said he did it to me, which I believe, but I've never saw that side of him before. Mm, yeah. Take that in. Take that. Swallow all of that in.
I never saw that side of him. It's like a story after a story after a story after a story. There's so many lies that you could do until somebody noticed. And it's just like, I don't know. And I just recently saw him in a car, a new car, in a new suit. But you don't want to come and text your daughter. But you're worried about getting your views back up and your likes back up.
That's interesting that she says that. Everything that Brianna is, I'm sorry, everything that Baby Latruth, keep your business off social media. Okay, Sharon, right? Everything that Baby Latruth is saying, peep this. Everything that Baby Latruth is saying is because she heard adults telling her this. Everything that she is saying is from the mouth of adults. He could do all of this, but he could buy a new suit, he could buy a new car, but he can't hang out with and text his daughter. That's funny. That's very funny. That's very telling. That's very telling. You said not her sounding like just like her Brianna. Yes. This is from Asa. Asa says, was she posted on Brianna's page? Is that why you're accusing her of orchestrating this child response? No, this is at her mother's house, Sierra's house. This is at Sierra's house. My bad. So if you caught the middle of my rant, the audience has already corrected me, and she is at her mother Sierra's house. Asa. This is from just me says this is not about the lady. This is about she is not used to her dad being mean to her, and she mad. This is not about the lady. This is about. Can you reword that for me, just me, please? Because I think I'm a little confused by your statement. This is Tady says straight out of Brianna's legit. Monet says this video is playing with fire more so than the DV claims. This could turn everyone's life upside down. The adults included could end up losing a lot. Yeah, they could. Because to me, it looks like all the adults surrounding this baby Latruth simply just allowed all of this to go on for the almighty dollar. That's what it looks like to me. Let me hit play.
If he apologized, then I don't know what to say about that. I don't know how I feel because he said a lot of things that really hurt me. Like one day I came to the house and he just said, "You disappoint me." I was hurt and I went up crying to my room because I felt like what more can I make you?
You're right, Mary Jones. I heard her say that too. I think I heard her say that too. So yeah, I didn't. I forgot she said that. I forgot she said she heard Brianna screaming or something. But maybe she heard her screaming, and maybe because she didn't see it, she's saying I didn't see it happen. So maybe that could be it.
What more can I make you like? How can I make you proud of me? And it just hurts to hear that word. Oh, you disappoint me. What else can I do? Because you already put me on social media with the whole singing thing. He gets views because of that. He gets views off of me. And then hearing that he gets views off of me hurts me because he's just using me. And I don't want to be used at all.
This is really child exploitation at its finest. This is really child exploitation at its finest. Um, e- Even if we just take out the different parts of her story, she's saying so much that, like, she's being exploited by her parents, you guys. She's being exploited by her parents right now, right? Sierra even allowing her to get on the internet and say these things. Like, you're exploiting your child. Because she's not singing and tap dancing doesn't mean you're not exploiting her. And it's like, that's so crazy to me. It's so crazy. Yep, getting used for clicks and views. Because again, we talked about that yesterday. That's how the Latruths get paid. And that's also how Sierra's getting paid for this video. Likes and clicks, right? Brown Delight, what's up? Says she is repeating what she is hearing adults say around her, and this is heartbreaking. It really is. Pamela said exactly. Brown Skin Girl says, and Brianna is doing the same thing, getting views off of her. Exactly. Anytime you make mention of baby Latruth's name or likeness, you are using her for exploitation. Period. Let me hit play.
At all. But thank y'all for coming on here to hear my side. And, you know, sending all this because it hurts to hear that your own birth giver, he even asked me, he said, "Are you even my daughter for real?" Because I'm not taking his side. I'm not taking your side because you're lying to me. You're not lying to me. From day one, you probably did lie to me. And then my mom said that he hit me when I was younger. And I don't remember that either.
Why would her mother tell her that? Why would her mother tell her that? Yeah. Now what the hell? Why would her mother tell her that? Just Me says she is not used to her dad being aggressive toward her or not giving her what she wants. She is angry because he was mean to her. She is mad because she is not getting what she wants and she's feeling. Now that I can agree with. This is from Blaze 106.91 says this is another form of abuse. Having her do this, adding trauma on more trauma. Exactly. Wow. Why would you even, if your daughter never had a memory, right? If your child never had a memory of abuse from her father and you start bringing her around her father to build a relationship with her, why would you tell her, oh, when you was little, he used to beat you? Because in the child's head, it's like, why are you bringing me back over here? If he did that and you're telling the truth, why am I here? Why am I here? Why have you brought me back into this man's coffers? Why am I here? It's psychological warfare. Wow. I'm shocked beyond shocked. What's up, Mysterious by Nature? Wow. Overcomer says her mom has proven what he said about her. She bitter. Definitely is giving bitter vibes. This is from she's brown skinned girl says she doesn't even remember things. It seems as if it's being fed to her the information to turn her against her dad. Shake my head might be a case of bitter mother. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Let's finish out this video because I think she's done.
And the lie detector test that he said that he took, it was a lie. Like, he took it, but it was a fake lie detector test because he showed it to me one day and then quickly moved the phone. So it had to be a lie. He never posted his test. He never posted his test. Brianna posted her whole test and it came back true.
Does anyone know if Mr. Latruth took a lie detector test? Does anyone know that? Because I remember him saying he was going to take one, but I don't remember. Uh, did he take one? Crazy. He did? Did he post it? Throw the whole Latruth family away. He did, but he didn't post it. So Brianna, because now mind you, she's now we got to put the timetables together, okay? So she just got to her mom's house. But prior to that, she was with Brianna, remember? And remember, she stated herself, baby Latruth said he hasn't called her since she got to her mom's house. He hasn't called her, right? She said he hasn't even called her since the whole incident occurred. So I'm curious as to when he called her because according to the little girl, he never called her. So if he hasn't called her since this incident, how does she know that he took a lie detector test? If he hasn't, this is according to her statement. I'm just trying to get the truth out. She stated, baby Latruth stated, my dad hasn't talked to me since the incident occurred. So if he hasn't talked to you, when did he show you a lie detector test? Or was that fed to her by Brianna? Because his video was on Thursday where he stated that he would take one. By Friday, Brianna took one. Saturday, then Sunday, Monday. It's 3 days, right? So in those 3 days, when did he call her to show her a lie detector test that he hasn't posted? When? Because he would have not gotten a lie detector test on Saturday. I highly doubt there's a facility even open, and it's even less likely that there would be a facility open on on Sunday, and today's Monday. The day this was posted early this morning. So when exactly did he take a lie detector test? Yeah, punching holes in the story. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Got to. You got to listen. You got to keep them ears peeled because people be saying stuff. People be saying stuff. She said he didn't post it. Right. But she also stated in the very beginning of this video that she has not talked to her father since October 14th. That's according to her. That's according to her. So if you haven't talked to your father since October 5th, 14th, when did he FaceTime you and show you a lie detector test? Because he did the interview and posted it on Thursday. Brianna posted her lie detector test. Brianna received her lie detector test on October 21st. Today's the 24th. So when exactly did he call her and get time to get a lie detector test done? When? She said he never talked to her. So when is the question? We don't know. He said he did. I think he has been talking to his daughter. I think he has been talking to her. I think there's some misnomers in her statement there. I think there's some misnomers in her statement there. Let's finish her video out.
He's definitely disowning me because I want to pick my side that's true. I'm not going to pick a lie that's going to stick with you forever. It's just too much, but I just came on here to tell my side, like I said, and I hope all y'all have a wonderful night or day. And thank y'all for listening. Have a blessed day.
They are manipulating this child like to no end. They are manipulating this child to no end. They are manipulating this child to no end, and I cannot for the life of me figure out why. It is the most craziest thing I've ever seen in all of everything. Yeah, they're putting stuff in her head. They are. She doesn't know what the truth is because she's being raised by 3 narcissists. She's being raised by 3 individuals who have an inability to regulate their self emotions and who want to be right more than they want peace. They want to be right. They don't care about peace. They don't care about peace. They care about being right, which is crazy to me. Let me get some of your comments because we got to get into Sister Latruth, okay? We're going to get into Sister Latruth today, all right? Because Sister Latruth has got a lot to say, and we got to get to it, honey. So let me get some of your comments. This is a longer video. We may not finish the whole thing, but we will definitely do our best, okay? We'll definitely do our best. This is from Ashlyn. Ashlyn says, just like 50 Cent's son, hold on one second. I feel like I'm drowning underneath these comments. Hold on, let me just bring that down. Just like 50 Cent's son, in that case, the mother manipulated her son and basically locked her son out of the father's life and now wants in. Absolutely. Absolutely, Ashlyn. It's just so sad. Nisa said 3 adults who does know how to put the child first. Exactly. Asa says children should never know this much grown folk stuff. Never. Totally agree with you, Asa. This is from Tiva Jones says, oh my gosh, I'm dying over here. What's going on? Overcomer says, talking about toxic and immature. Right, right. Child. This is from Corina. Corina says, I can't take this serious anymore. Neither can I. Again, I'm not on no one's side. Literally, I'm not on anyone's side. I just think that they're all manipulating each other and all the scenarios and situations in their favor. That's what I think. I think they're using the children, they're using their siblings, right? They're using Sister Latruth, Brother Latruth, Auntie Latruth, Mama Latruth. They're using everyone to do their bidding. They're using everyone to do their bidding, and everyone's cashing in. Let's get to Sister Latruth, see what she has to say.
All this crap. She texts my phone. I just posted the screenshots of the texts that she sent to my phone. She texted my phone first and tried to tell me my brother Kevin and my brother Latruth been talking about me, saying I'm liars and this, that, and the third. At the end of the day, I did tell her. I said, I believe they said that because I know my brothers. And like I said, once again, I know them so much that I know my brother did not hit her. Yeah, I said I believe that my brothers probably did say that I told lies when I was a kid. Hell, her family say she still tell lies. Now, if this continue to go on, I will post the screenshots from my inbox where all her family have been inboxing me this morning, telling me how this girl is a liar, how she disrespectful to her daddy. But now all of a sudden you mad because whatever with Latruth and your daddy. Like, come on now. At the end of the day, I don't care what happened.
I would like to see those messages from her family. I would like to see them. I don't know if she ever posted them, but I would like to see them because I believe them. I do. I'm sorry. I believe her in that instance, that one instance, right? Because I've just met the woman, but I believe her in that instance. Brianna is definitely Cap. Okay. And there's more to the story than this, but let's keep getting into it. Okay.
Spoke my piece. And like I said, I feel in my heart my brother didn't hit her. At the end of the day, from what I got out of it, he defended himself. Who can be mad because somebody defend themselves? I know for a fact this girl got a mouthpiece on her, and she run around talking junk and saying all kind of.
Let me answer this question. So, and that's a great question. Tiva says, how do you say these three narcissists raising her daughter? Let me explain it to you. So, when you can tell that you can spot signs of a narcissist very early on because it's really a facade. I would highly encourage you to check out what's her name? Let me pull up the name for you. And she's a great psychoanalyst and she discusses it. She's called the Narc Doctor. Her name is, hold on one second. I'll pull up her name for you right now. She goes by the name of Dr. Ramani, and I'll pull up her image so you can look her up. So this is Dr. Ramani. If you have never seen her videos before, I highly encourage you to watch them. Hold on, let me try to clear it out. Okay. Dr. Ramani is considered the narcissist expert. And if you watch, she does only 10-minute videos. If you watch her 10-minute videos, she really breaks down to you what narcissism is and how to spot the signs in relationships, friendships, romantic relationships, and family. And the first thing that you are going to notice with narcissists is that they really do seamlessly blend into social media because they're able to amass really large followings based off of how they will love bomb their audience. So if you get a chance, please watch Dr. Ramani. But Ramani explains that they also, because they're loving bombing their audience to build a large following, that large following is not just on accident. The large following is to help regulate their emotions. So you will see narcissists when they make these innocuous posts like, I'm all by myself and no one cares for me. I'm just fighting through the struggle of darkness and I need my prayer warriors. Look out for stuff like that. When you see people make tons of posts like that, that means they are using their audience to help regulate their emotion. Like, girl, you got this. You're a fighter. You're beautiful. You're resilient. You're this. They're regulating themselves. An inability to regulate your emotions means that when you feel something, not you, if you regulate your emotions properly, but when you feel something on the inside, you work it out, right? You either go for a run, you journal, you blog, you call your loved ones, you call your therapist. That is you regulating your emotions. You're like, I feel some sort of way, some antithesis or a sense of foreboding or something. So I'm going to call my good friend who gives me great advice, right? Or I'm going to journal it out. Or I'm going to take a nap, or, I could just be hungry. I'm going to just eat something. You're regulating your emotions. An individual who does not know how to regulate their emotions will put that pressure of what they feel onto someone else so they can regulate it for them, right? That's dangerous because if you don't know how to regulate your emotions as an adult, it makes it incredibly difficult to cascade through life because you constantly need a surrounding audience of people to help you regulate yourselves, right? Imagine Britney Spears and paparazzi, right? The paparazzi are the people regulating your emotions, and you're Britney Spears. So you're just constantly walking around with this big group of people everywhere who's going to be like, you're beautiful today. You're this, your hair looks great. You don't need other people to do that. You should be able to feel that for yourself on the inside. And when you look at the Latruths and you look at baby mama Latruth and Mrs. Latruth and Mr. Latruth, they constantly are using the internet to regulate their emotions. So that is a telltale sign of a narcissist. And they're all doing it simultaneously, and they're using their daughter to do so. So so that's how we know over here, because we use a basis for analyzation and research. And I would never just say this off the top of my head. I've been watching and still watch Dr. Ramani because she's important, and she does talk a lot about narcissists and the internet and how they have moved their new audience from regular people in their lives to the internet because it's cheap, fast, and they can get it in a hurry. So so please watch Dr. Ramani if you have any other questions. I'm gonna get some more of your comments, and we're gonna hit play. This from Vanessa. Vanessa said it's become normal for people to have a platform speak about their problems on social media. It doesn't mean they're a narcissist because they're talking about their problems over. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Vanessa. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And this is exactly why you should be watching Dr. Ramani, because if you think that's normal behavior, it actually isn't. There's nothing normal about dumping your emotions on the internet. There's nothing normal about it. It doesn't even matter if the internet is this new toy that we started to use for the better part of 30 years. It doesn't matter. You should not, and you should never, ever tell someone it's okay to dump their emotions on the internet and wait for people to like, click, and share it and offer you all of their perspectives to you. You're an adult. Regulate yourself. Period. So if you think that's a normal aspect, it sounds like to me, and this is no shade to you, but it sounds like to me that you seem like you enable that type of behavior because you could be an empath, and most empaths don't realize they're being had. So like, oh, my mom does it all the time. That's not normal for your mom to do. It's not at all. It's not normal. So because we're so used to the internet, we're like, oh, that's a normal thing. Because we see it so often, we're normalizing it. But Dr. Ramani makes it very clear, do not normalize that behavior. That is abnormal behavior. It is abnormal, right? It's counter to the norm. It's abnormal. So it's abnormal behavior. Do not let people, when you start to see people post like that, open your eyes and be like, you understand what I mean? Open your eyes. It's not normal behavior. Let's get it back into this video.
Analyzed since before now, and I kept my mouth shut. But what pissed me off about her live is when she went live, she didn't only try to destroy my brother's character. So while she talking about defamation of character, she can be sued for defamation of character also. She also went on live talking about my daddy ain't shit. She don't know my daddy. So how can she say my daddy ain't shit? I don't care if my brother happened to say it or not. Somewhere there has to be some type of lines drawn. Just because you pay your daddy to come stay with you and babysit your kids, that's not my fault. My daddy don't babysit my kids. I take care of my kids 100% alone, other than what I get from my husband. Third of all of y'all to keep coming on here telling me to shut up, mind my business, I'm going to talk and I'm going to say whatever I got to say. If you don't like it, dismiss yourself. Either or, I don't care. But at the end of the day, I saw this girl live a while ago, and she was sitting on live telling me, oh, Toya said she believed me. Toya never said she believed you about Robert supposed to be beating you. What I said was, I believed you when you said, my brother said that I told lies as a kid. That's what I said I believed. That's exactly what I said I believed. I never said that I believe Robert put his hands on you, period. But you and your homegirls gonna keep contradicting shit, making up stories. Y'all done made up 10 fake pages to come on my pages to comment straight crap. Y'all have sit up and have recordings. Y'all have been planning this forever. Like y'all on here saying, she got a recording of him talking junk, telling her to get out the car. Did she tell y'all she didn't get out the car? Did she tell y'all that they planned it the whole entire time? Her and her friend? If they didn't plan it, why was they recording every single argument? My brother loved this girl. He wasn't recording. He didn't have no reason to record because he thought this girl was real. But at the end of the day, y'all can think what you want to about me. Y'all don't pay none of my bills. I'm going to speak the truth like I've been doing. At the end of the day, I have nothing to lie about, point blank, period. Brianna can say what she want. Her friend can say what she want. Just like at that wedding, all those people that was there, the comedian, whatever that's on here talking junk, she fucks with Brianna daddy. They mess around. So, of course, she going to take up for Brianna and her family.
Not her airing out the friend. So if you guys didn't watch our live stream 2 days ago, this comedian had came forward and stated that she had been to Brianna's house a number of times. And I thought that was kind of weird, but she is an entertainer, and so is Brianna. So it made sense that they would be together collaboratively making content. Turns out that comedian is out here sleeping with Daddy Latruth. She out here sleeping with Daddy Latruth. Now let me tell you something about Sister Latruth. Y'all not gonna like it. You're not gonna like it. You're not gonna like it. But I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm gonna tell you just based off of my analysis of her first 5 minutes. My analysis of Sister Latruth. She's actually the only one I believe. She's actually the only one I believe. I'm sorry. Just the first 5 minutes in, everything she says, I believe. Everything. You know why? Because of how hyperbolic, not hyperbolic, but how animated she came on camera. She didn't sugarcoat it and wait for like most social media influencers, wait for the room to fill up. She just started talking like that. Like, boom, she don't care. I'm going to get it out. So she's the most believable one in this instance. But let's continue. Let me get to y'all comments. This is from I'ma Be Who I Am. It says, Robert Reddy said the comedian and his father-in-law was courting. This not news. I didn't know. It's news to me, though, but it's news to me. Brown Delight says, a number of times, 5 times, child, I wasn't believing this comedy lady. I didn't know that, child. He said, we sick of him, Chief. Well, we got to get through the story. Okay.
But why I got her sisters and brothers in my inbox basically saying that this girl is a liar. She's been this way since she was a kid. Before her mama died, she was disrespecting her mama. Like, it's stuff that y'all don't know, but y'all letting her get on here and talk about my family and my family's business that has nothing to do with her being beat, and y'all running with it. It's terrible. Whoever you are, whatever love, it is my business. It's my brother. If anything, y'all saying it ain't my business, it's none of y'all business. Y'all are outsiders on Facebook telling Latruth's brothers and sisters don't say nothing. Oh, why y'all saying something? Because she got her whole family rooting for her and going for her lies and crap. And it's sickening. And I wouldn't even say her family, because her family's the only one being real, saying the girl has been like this since a kid. Like, she been lying. She been talking junk to her mama before her mama died. She still disrespects her daddy. All kind of stuff. At the end of the day, I don't care what y'all believe, but one thing I will say to Brianna, you's a compulsive liar, honey. And that's what I do know. I never told you, period, that I believe my brother beat you. I have never told you that. I have never texted you that. Ever. Never, ever in my life. You are a compulsive liar. You are. You are. You on here putting all these facts, supposedly facts out to make yourself look better, and you still a compulsive liar. And if I did have any truth, feel like you was telling any type of truth, it's out the window now because I just sit and heard you tell a whole lie on me. Talking about, oh, here go the proof. I didn't see that text that you showed, but I put mine up there where you've been texting me. Books talking about, oh, your brother was talking junk about you. If my brother was talking junk about me all these years that you've been with him, why, when you put out this little message that my brother's supposed to be beating you, that's when you want to inform me that my brother been talking about me? If he was talking about me and you so real, you'd have told me when it happened. But no, you uplifted him and whatever you did, I don't care at the end of the day.
Now that's interesting that she says that, right? And I believe that. If my brother was talking about me this whole time, why did you wait till after all of the stuff hit the fan to tell me that? If you really rock with me, right? Why wait? It seems very deceptive on Brianna's part to do that, right? It seems like a PR stunt. I want to wait to see who comes out in defense of Robert. And if they do, I'm going to tell them everything that Robert has been saying about them. That seems kind of brass. That seems kind of harsh. Why do that? Why wait? Why not? So when he was talking crap about me, you were totally okay with that. And you were emboldening him to disregard me as his sister. You're okay with it then. But all of a sudden, when I come out in support of my brother, now my brother hates me. Unusual. Incredibly unusual. This is from Kimberly says, facts, a complete circus of narcissists chasing the same social media check. Exactly. This from Overcomer says, yes, that was a mess. Y'all talking about this woman's wig had me hollering. Okay. So y'all need to stop. This from Brown Skin Girl says, that's what you do when you're trying to get people on your side. Exactly. You wait to see what they're going to say. And if they come out against you, then you're going to just throw them under the bus. That's what Brianna's doing. I keep telling you guys, Brianna is emotionally abusive. You don't got to believe me, but she is. This is not to take away the incident. Okay. I want to make that abundantly clear that there was an altercation between the Latruths, but I think that Brianna was the aggressor. If she truly felt that her husband was cheating on her, she should have just took her daddy and left. She got money to leave. She should have just left. She should have never gotten to that altercation with her husband. I'm not going to sit here and excuse her pepper spraying him, nor am I going to excuse him for breaking her finger. I'm not excusing any of their behavior. I believe it was a mutual combat. I don't think it was domestic violence in a sense of Mr. Latruth attacking her. I think they just both fought. That's what I believe. But let's get back into the story.
And you're right, Misha. Y'all keep saying I was in the same situation. I was never being beat. I was never on video being dragged by no man. Like, y'all are really compulsive. And Brianna gets on here talking about, oh, she put up a live where she was being beat and she begging for money on every live. That's a lie. It's pinned at the bottom for stars. Thank you. And it's on every single live. Anybody that's a video creator know it's pinned at every single live. You stupid people. Like, I don't get it. On her live, she gets stars because it's pinned at the bottom of her live. Ain't nobody begging y'all for no money. I don't need y'all for nothing. I've been working my whole life. Period. Yeah, tag her. Tag Miss Latruth. Tell her to come in this live right here and show me where I said I believe my brother beat her. Because she's a compulsive liar. And I never told her that. I said I believe that my brothers probably have said stuff about me. That's what family do. That's what siblings do. But she not on here telling y'all how she didn't have nothing before she met my brother. How she used my brother to get on her feet. How she been messing with all kind of men the whole marriage.
Now, I want to get to this comment first before I get to Mrs. Latruth cheating, because that's an allegation that we can't prove unless one of the men she's been cheating with comes forward, but we can't prove that. But this from Pamela. Pamela says, I believe Mrs. Latruth did not leave because Mr. Latruth handles the bulk of the money. I don't think so. Because here's the thing. So because I'm going to just break it down to you, the social media aspect of it. So every single monetized account that you have has to fill out a 1099, and you can only fill out one per social media account. So I think that Mrs. Latruth's 1099 is filled out in her own name, which means it's paid directly to her. So I don't think Mr. Latruth controls how the money of Mrs. Latruth, because according to the comedian who was dating Mr. Latruth Senior, in-law and father-in-law Latruth, she stated that Brianna paid for everything. So Brianna definitely has her own money. So no, I don't think that. I think Brianna stayed because Brianna's, I don't know why she stayed, to be honest with you. The whole situation seems toxic, but that's a great statement. And thank you again, Pamela. Let me get some more of your comment. This is from Felinda, says, you brother begging for money. So what? So your brother is a cheater and wife beater, allegedly, to you. So this is from Shanta, says, what they going to do with the house, because I believe it's his. I guess keep it. I guess. I'm not entirely sure. Overcomer says, I do believe Mrs. Latruth has fallen out of love with her husband after he got sick. I believe that as well. But also I believe that Brianna, again, was skeptical of just even marrying Mr. Latruth, because she stated it herself that people would make fun of her for having 3 kids under 30. So she probably felt unwanted and undesired. That's why she always accused him of cheating for 6 years. She bragged about it on her live streams, you guys, that I can go into my husband's phone anytime. I always look through his phone like it's a flex. That's not a flex. That's toxic. But she stated it herself, not me. Her. And so I think that she was already insecure going into the marriage, thinking that there's no way that somebody would want me and help my account get verified and help me monetize myself and help give me money and buy me trips and do all this. I don't believe that. So he's got to be cheating. So Mrs. Truth already walked into the relationship skeptical as it is, and it's playing out. So that's what that is. That's what we're watching play out, an insecure woman.
She told me my brother beat her for 6 years, but everybody on here saying she never told y'all that. I got text in my phone where she said he been beating me for 6 years. I don't care what nobody say. At the end of the day, common sense is a virtue. Who in their right mind been getting beat for 6 years, and you just now had a $50,000 wedding renewal in Jamaica? For what? You dang right. Mr. Snipes, Miss Latruth is a whole compulsive liar. And Parsley Brown, whoever you is, you might be a fake page or one of her family members. I have no reason to lie. And who cares if you feel like I'm lying, because you don't pay my bills, period. And then everybody on here talking about, oh, you're so wrong. You just went through domestic violence and you're out here basically uplifting your brother. You're daggone right, I'm gonna uplift my brother. It don't matter what I went through. This situation is not about Toya. This is about Brianna lying, saying my brother beat her. So yeah, I'm gonna speak up. Any woman that has ever been beat, that I know have been beat, I would definitely take my hat off to them. Uplift them in every kind of way. But I'm not like y'all. I'm not finna uplift a girl because she got 1 million followers or because she's cute. And that's the only reason y'all believe what this girl say. Did y'all believe her when she said the baby tried to holler at her? No, because y'all was on here straight dogging her. But now that it's Latruth and they was married, y'all believe it. It sounds stupid to me. Yeah, she been messing around with all kind of guys. Exactly, Tika. If they don't like what I'm saying, they can dismiss themselves. Because listening, I don't really care if you listen or you don't. I have no reason to lie on this girl, period. And that's the point I'm making. But she on here lying on me. I just posted screenshots of my phone. You see a phone number at the top, so you know I'm not lying. I just posted a whole screenshot, 4 of them, where this girl had basically inboxed me soon as this incident happened. I didn't even know what happened because it happened on Instagram or TikTok or something like that. But as soon as it happened, this girl texted me and my sister, all kind of stuff. Oh, Robert been talking about y'all. Yeah, both of your brothers been talking junk about you. If that's the case, which like I said, I'm not saying she's lying about my brothers talking about me. Stuff happens. But it's at the end of the day, why did you want to come tell me now that my brother's been talking about me? Because you wanted me to keep my mouth shut while you bash him and destroy him.
That's right. That's right. That's absolutely right. So you're telling me that you're in a domestic dispute with your husband, and and she posted them. So I encourage you to go to her page and check out those screenshots that she posted between her and Brianna. The day the incident occurs, the first thing you do is text his sisters stating that your husband's talking about them. Because that's not the first thing I would do after getting into an altercation with someone. That's not what Brianna is trying to control the narrative. That's why she raced to get the lie detector test. That's why she raced to get the lie detector test. She raced to get it before Robert got it, so that way she could get ahead of the story. She's not an idiot, you guys. She's not stupid. Okay. She's incredibly, incredibly manipulative. She is an emotional abuser. And throughout the weeks, you're going to see that. You are going to, with your own two eyes. I don't have to show you nothing. Brianna is incredibly insecure. Okay. And all those times she should be in therapy. If you remember the FaceTime call between Robert and Mrs. Latruth, that FaceTime call that he posted on his YouTube channel, he asked her, have you been going to therapy? And she said, no. For what? That's what she said, which means that she does have a therapist and she has not been attending. That's what she said, because she should be in therapy. We're not talking about Mr. Latruth right now. We're talking about Brianna and the strategic steps that Brianna has been taking to get ahead of the story so she can look like the victim. It's disgusting behavior. It's disgusting. This from Go Getter. What's up, Go Getter? Says, do y'all think that they getting back together? Yes, I do. I do. I do. I do. Because here's the thing, Brianna's going to run out of steam pretty soon. And the more she comes out and talks, the less people are going to believe her. And the only way she's going to be able to save her social media platform, because that's all she cares about. The only way she's going to be able to save her social media platform is to come out and admit she's wrong. That's it. Okay, let's hit play.
And I'm not going to do it. At the end of the day, right is right and wrong is wrong. It don't matter if I done been beat 10 times, which I haven't. I'm just woman enough to say, me and my husband do have altercations. We have went through things. And yeah, I did post a video on live, but it wasn't of him dragging me across the floor, beating me. Come on now. And it's a lot of women that keep commenting that. How are you taking up for your brother when you was just in a situation? I wasn't in a situation like her. Me and him had verbal abuse and physical on both our parts. And I owned up to that. Something that Miss Latruth need to do. And it's sad, but at the end of the day, what she ain't gonna do is come out here and say I said nothing, because anything I say once, I repeat. She's nobody to me. Never have been. Y'all are fans. I'm not a fan of her. Never have been. I don't care how many posts she put up about me. I don't care what she say. She said she can show y'all screenshots that I said I believe my brother. Where they at? I didn't see them. I said I believe that my brothers probably have said stuff about me, just to let her know, yeah, I'm not stupid, but at the end of the day, I'm not going to condone and go with you because you trying to tell me my brothers was talking about me, period. And she didn't just do it to me. She sent my sister texts too. She been talking to my sister on.
This is not to shame Mrs. Latruth for her therapy, Veronica. And let me make that clear. This is not to shame her. Now, if you remember, if you were here yesterday, Mrs. Latruth was doing that to her husband. She was stating that her husband needed more psychotherapy than her current therapist could allow. And she brought it to the internet in an attempt to shame him, to make him look like he was the crazy one. So this is not in an attempt to shame anyone for therapy. Brianna should be going to therapy. And if she is having a mental health crisis, you said we shouldn't bring it up. Yes, we should, because it lays the foundation of what's occurring. It's not to shame her. Discussing somebody's mental health journey is not a shameful tactic. Just mentioning it is not a shameful tactic. So I want you to just like keep make that abundantly clear. Brianna is the one who is bastardizing her husband's mental health, not us. Okay.
On the phone every other day about the same situation. And ask her, won't y'all go to her live and ask her, did Latoya and her sister call you on three-way? Because we did. And I said, what's going on? She said, oh, Desharia will tell you when she get off the school bus. When Desharia got off the school bus, Desharia said, and that's it, stuttering. And Miss Latruth was in the background telling my niece what to say. So if my brother done been beating you in front of my niece and all of this in the third and your kids, why do you have to be in the background coaching my niece? Why do you have to be telling her what to say? She's not stupid. If she's seen it, she can say that that's what happened. But if you telling her to say it, yeah, she's gonna try to repeat it, but she couldn't even repeat it. Yeah, I think it's a shame that everybody out here bashing each other. But at the end of the day, I'm a grown woman, and I ain't about to sit up and let no woman or man talk junk about me without me saying my piece. I don't think so.
I want the hot. Give me the hot color.
And it seemed like a lot of y'all on here want to talk junk about me, my hair, how I look, whatever. At the end of the day, honey, what's wrong with me? How you looking? Who paying your bills? How your hair look, baby? Why you on here talking junk? You call me a man, but where your man at? Because I guarantee you I'll take him if he in front of me. Bet, and that's a fact. My whole life, big or not.
So no one was trying to shame Brianna's yesterday. Apparently you were here yesterday. No one was trying to shame Brianna for working yesterday, but because we have a memory of an elephant, someone stated that Brianna Ben had clout. And I said, when she was working at AT&T? The person refused to answer. So we just assumed that that's what they meant. So that's not to shame her. Let me get some more of your comments and then we're going to get back into the video. This is from Shawnitha. So somebody posted that Mr. Latruth said they're getting divorced. Good. Y'all should not get back together. Shanta says, I think they're going to get together, but won't let people know for a while until they get some help. I do agree with. Now that I agree with. Yes, correct. I'm just saying, people act like I don't do this on a daily basis. I got to remember a lot and I'm really bad at writing stuff down. So I have to remember a lot. That's just how my brain works. This from Vanessa. Vanessa says, this sister would be intimidating to me as an aunt. I would be scared as a child while trying to answer her questions. What child was she asking questions to? This from Veronica says, they are abuse victims that grew up to be emotional abusers. Statistics. This is tragic. Yeah, and that's what it's starting to seem like, right, Veronica? It does seem like that. It seems like they're abuse victims and that grew up to be emotional abusers. Yeah, it's a cycle, right? That's why they say that narcissists raise narcissists. Two empaths can never get together and raise a narcissist. It's impossible. It will be nearly impossible, right? It will be the most nearly impossible thing to do than splitting an atom. So people growing up in an abusive household can in turn create an abusive household. So you're absolutely correct on that. This from Phoenix Art. Hello, Phoenix. I see you're back. Says she brought up Mrs. Latruth's mental health to prove that Mrs. Latruth's mental health to prove that he is mentally unstable. No, she didn't. She brought up Mr. Latruth's mental health to prove that he's crazy. And even if he is mentally unstable, why is she bringing it up? His mental health is private information. And if she was a healthcare worker, she'd be violating HIPAA. Correct yourself either on the way in here or on your way out. Let's get back to the video.
I would never let anybody on this little blue app tear me down, destroy my character, or disrespect me, period. Because y'all are nobody, you fans. And if you talking junk about me, ain't no telling who's talking about you, because I done seen half of y'all faces where y'all won't hear the ones that's calling me fat or whatever. Why is your Cash App up here? If you ask me that again, I'm going to block you off my live. The Cash App information is on every single live that I have ever posted. When you get stars, that's pinned. Some of y'all are so slow. Y'all keep coming on here asking why this, why that. It's because we're video creators. So our Cash App information is on every single live once we put it on there. Look at her. She got her Cash App on her stuff too. Why y'all ain't asking her that? Some of y'all just so nitpicky, needy, wanting information about shit that has absolutely nothing to do with you. Yeah, yeah. Oh, Cynthia, I won't let them steal my joy. Half of these people on here miserable, looking for entertainment. They running from my post to my brother post to, well, both of my brother posts is back to Miss Latruth post, sending information, taking information away. At the end of the day, who cares? Y'all just as miserable as Miss Latruth is, because y'all running with it. Y'all only believe that she was beat because she was a woman. after she said she kicked my brother, hit my brother, maced him and all that, and he put a tote on her head, so he's the bad guy.
Yes, I agree with Sister Latruth. A lot of people are only believing Brianna because she's a woman, but it's like the main people have tunnel vision. You have to look at the situation as a whole to determine that. That's what investigators are going to do regardless, you guys. So if you don't like that we do it here on the internet, you have to understand investigators do the same thing, and somehow they don't get any hate for playing out the case, right? When if this case were to make its way to trial, an investigator would have to put the story together, regardless whether you like it or not, because we cannot go to court based off of one person's testimony. That's why when you go to any courtroom show or you watch their show, they're going to tell you how the events began and how they ended. You can't just say, oh, she walked into the door, therefore he's guilty. No, what happened, right? That's how our legal system works. We have to get a basis of understanding of what occurred. So when Mrs. Latruth told the story, because we played it out, it just didn't add up to me. I don't think that any person should be digging in their husband's pockets to get their phone. I don't think any person should be using a defense weapon, right, like pepper spray, in order to keep their husband back so they can continue to look through his computer. I don't think that's right. I don't think that's right at all. And if you are in here saying, yeah, that's fair, she should be able to look through his phone and she should be able to mace him to do it, you're crazy. And I question some people's mental health who agree with that narrative. That's wild to me. But let's get back into the video. But I'm going to get to one comment. This is from Taniki says, exactly, that is exactly what happened, but definitely believe her. Yeah, that's what happened. I don't know that statement. Shauna says, another thing, the dad always there. So how was he always abusing her? There's no way. There's always possible ways. I don't want to say that because her father was there, that there's no way that he could be here. No, honey, abusive people will abuse. Okay. Abusive people will abuse. So because her father's there doesn't really mean much to me. I'm just going based off of the scenario of this incident. I'm not looking at any other incidents. The reason why we're not looking at any other instance of abuse is because Brianna never mentioned them. So there's nothing for us to judge. Like, she never said on Thursday, October 21st, 2020, this is the events that occurred. She never said that. So we can't analyze any other case of abuse. We can only analyze this one case. I know it's very isolated and small, but it's all we got. This is from Phoenix. Phoenix Art still here. She says she used pepper spray because he was attacking her. Are we forgetting that part? That is not what she said. You need to go back and play that video. That is not what Brianna said. My question to you, Art Phoenix, is how did the altercation begin? Okay. I'm going to leave your comment up here. How did the altercation begin? I would like to hear from your mouth, right, before we hit play. How did it occur? How did it start? Okay. So we'll give you a couple of minutes and we'll let you get your comments together, but please let us know, how did the altercation begin? So according to you, the altercation began because he said he will go outside the marriage. Can you explain to the audience, what does that mean, to go outside the marriage? So when you explain that, before you start typing, explain to us what that means. So Mr. Latruth where was he at when he made that statement? And what was Brianna's reaction after? We'll just wait for your response. Not the crickets. I'm just waiting on Phoenix. See if we get that response. Okay, here's from Phoenix Art says she then stated she sprayed the pillow and the pepper spray, and then he hit her with a tote over the head. That's the middle of the altercation. I want to know how it began, Phoenix. I want to know how it began. Now, according to you, Mr. Latruth stated that he was going to sidestep out of the relationship, which is gaslighting. But what caused the altercation? He made that statement, right? So what was the next step? According to you, right? According to what you believe, I would like to know. Because now you're just jumping to the center. I want to know how it began. Because according to the observable audience, it began because Brianna wanted to go through his phone, and when he refused, she began to dig in his pockets. Now, those are the words of Brianna, not us. So I would like to know, and I'm gonna give you a couple more minutes to get to the answer, the question that I asked already. How did it begin? Don't tell me the middle stuff. We know all of that. How did it begin? How did it begin according to you? How did it begin? We're all watching. So I really hope that you give us another robust response because we really got to get into this video. No, I caught the comment. They stated that it began because of what did Phoenix say? It began because Mr. Latruth said he was going to sidestep out of the relationship. Period. Gaslighting. That doesn't tell us anything. I want to know how the altercation began according to Phoenix. How did it start? Okay, here we go. So according to Art Phoenix, Brianna stated that Robert attempted to grab his phone and computer. She placed the computer on the floor and he slammed the tote over her head. So according to you, Art Phoenix, Brianna stated that Robert attempted to grab his phone and computer. Now that you're admitting that Brianna was in possession of his equipment, can you also agree that she should have no business with his stuff? Exactly. Exactly. Now that you're on the same loop as the rest of us, right? It began because she grabbed his phone, not because of the beat, right? Which I'm not sure what the sex statement is. Now that you're on the same line and toe as us, you have to get in a foundational understanding that anything that occurs after somebody has tried to take possession of your materials could ensue into an altercation, period. These are your words, and I want to leave them pinned at the top of the screen so you can see them. I want to leave these pinned at the top so that you can see them yourself. If the altercation began because she grabbed his phone and his laptop, then that means that an altercation could ensue when someone has possession of your stuff. You got that? So the sheer fact that she would take possession of his stuff means that everything that occurred after the fact would be mutual. Got it? There we are. So I'm going to leave your comment pinned to the top so that you don't forget it and that you don't end up gaslighting yourself out of this conversation. And I'm going to hit play, okay?
At this point, who cares what y'all think? And that's just being honest. I like you because you seem to be a real one. I am a real one, and anybody that know me, I tell you that. And Miss Latruth is a liar, and that's what she will always be to me. If I had any sympathy for her, it's gone. Any. I was just waiting on the truth to come out. And then every time I defend my brother, I keep hearing y'all on here say, well, why your brother don't help you? Or I didn't know that ever was your brother. Who cares if you didn't know he was my brother? That's not your business. Some things is not for everybody to know. Long as I know, my daddy know, and my mama know, who cares what y'all think? And that's just being honest. Oh, I never knew you had a sister till now. So what? Is that your business? Is it a law that when my brother had brothers and sisters, they had to come tell y'all? Like, come on now. Miss Latruth can paint whatever picture she wants. Y'all can believe her or not believe her. I really don't care. But like I said, once again, what she ain't gonna do is lie on me. Because I never said I believe my brother beat her ever in my life. And I got the whole script of texts, what she been texting me to prove it. But y'all will believe it. You need a headband around your face with your ugly tail. And then the other baby mama on here talk about she got beat. This girl ain't got beat worth a damn. She still want my brother. If my brother go to her house right now, she'll be with her. The girl want fame. She sent me inboxes talking about watch her come up. Y'all just too slow to understand it.
Now that's interesting because I believe the first baby mom. I do. Now I would like to see those messages where she said that she was going to come up off the situation. Child, I would definitely like to see that, because that's a weird thing to say to someone, right? Like, watch me come up from what? It's weird. It's weird. Let me get some of your comments. Phoenix, I'm glad you were able to read this comment. I'm going to take it down now so we can get to some other comments. This is from Nikki. Nikki says, I don't believe anyone is justifying abuse, maybe accountability. Yeah, no, we're definitely not justifying abuse. But again, in this altercation, I don't think it was abuse. I think this altercation was mutual. This is from Real TV 504, says, Chief, the fight started because Brianna saw a message in his phone from a girl named Patience. She then asked him who she was, Robert, and then got mad and wanted the phone back. Okay. Thank you very much. What is it? The Real TV 502. Thank you, Real TV 502. I know how the altercation began. And this is not to correct you. There was someone in the audience who I guess was trying to gaslight themselves out of not figuring out how the altercation began. But after some, trial and error, they finally got to the realization. What I'm telling you guys is based off of how the legal system works. Okay. I'm telling you, it's based off of how the legal system works. And that's usually how I lay in my analysis, right? If someone says, if someone has your possessions, I feel like, and this is my personal opinion, you don't have to agree with me, but my personal opinion is that if someone takes possession of your stuff and you ask for it back and they refuse, it doesn't matter what you got to do to get it back. It is yours. That includes putting a tote on someone's head. And you can argue with yourselves in the comments. You can even tussle with me if you like. I don't mind tussling with you. But at the end of the day, I don't believe that if someone says, give me your phone, they go through it and then you snatch it back, right? And they start to fight with you for it. I think that you are allowed to do whatever it is you have to do, because at the end of the day, it's your property. I don't care if it's your wife. Your wife doesn't own you. Mr. Latruth, I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but he's not an actual slave. He's a human man. So he has the right to privacy, right? Whether you agree with that or not, that's between you and all of anybody in the comment section, your marriages and your long-term relationships. That's between y'all. I don't care how the household and your dynamics work. If you believe that what's mine is yours, and that includes your private messages and your private devices. I don't believe that for a second. And if any person would ever try to tell me that in a relationship, I would run for the hills. Okay. I don't think that Mr. Latruth should have been entertaining the notion that she goes through his phone. She should have never been going through his phone, and he should have never allowed that to be a staple in their marriage, that your wife just goes through your phone. I don't think so. So I think he's wrong on his part for even allowing her just to do that. I don't think she should have ever allowed her to do that. I also don't agree with her trying to just getting into his phone and him snatching it away and her causing an altercation between them to get it back. I don't agree with that either. So, that's just my opinion. You don't have to like it, but that's just me. So if Mr. Latruth decided to beatbox her for his stuff back, I think he has every right to do so. I think her finger did get broken in that altercation, but that's her own fault. That's my personal opinion. I feel like when it comes to her when it comes to her and her broken finger, I think that occurred through the altercation, but she did that to herself because you should have just left it as is. If he was cheating on you and you felt it, you should have just left the house. You should have not been tussling and rumbling with him for his own property. You sound deranged to think that. Let me get some of your comments. B. Ashland says, exactly. Tatey Boo says, I hope he takes care of his health while all of this is going on. The same. Nikki says, accountability on Mrs. Truth Parts for stating this by bringing it to social media. Correct. This is from Phoenix says, right, if your wife takes your phone, hit her with a tote. That's right. Nobody, and I mean nobody, has the right to what you own. Bodily autonomy and possession, right? Because what did the people say? Possession is 3/10 of the law. It is, or 9/10 of the law. It is. If you look at our U.S. Constitution, most of it discusses property and bodily autonomy. So you may think this is just some sort of scoffed off joke if you want, but it doesn't matter because nobody has a right to it. And if you live, Phoenix, in the realm where people are taking possession of your items, and you're okay with that, you might be in a very toxic relationship yourself, because that's toxic. There's no way in the world I would let a man or a woman just say, Steph, I'm gonna go through your phone. No, because we're gonna tussle. And if you break a finger while we tussling, that's your fault. You should have gave me my stuff back when I asked you to. Andrew said, true. That's right. Stop letting people, you guys have to understand, you cannot let people just gaslight into you to believing that because he's your husband, or your wife, they have the right to dig through your private stuff. Give me a break. If y'all think that's marriage, y'all need to get out of your marriages immediately. This is from Life of a Virgo says, I agree with you, but look what happened to OJ when he tried to go through, look at what happened to OJ when he tried to go through his stuff back from men who stole his memorabilia. Exactly. Now, OJ is just a crazy person. He should have never did what he did for his memorabilia. So I'm not saying that, right? Because that's a complex case. It really has nothing to do with this case, but it's a complex case. And if you'd like to discuss it, we can do that in the future. But those are two different scenarios. This is from Real TV 504 says, think about it. The police are only here to protect your property. They literally are. I don't know if you guys know that or not, but the police are police, and it's not a conspiracy theory. It's true, you guys. If you want to know if it's true or not, just read the Constitution. I'm telling you that now as an individual with an advanced degree in political science. Read the Constitution. If you don't think that, read it, okay? The police their only duty is to protect property. If you so happen to be on the property, you get protection by virtue of standing on the property. You do not get protection as an idle individual. Do you know why you don't get protection as an idle individual? Because at some point, you're going to realize gravity exists and you're going to be standing somewhere. Okay? That's how it works. We're not floating about on this globe. We're standing somewhere, at some place, at some time on this planet. So the police, our only duty is to protect the thing you are standing on. And so if you're standing on the property you own, you will in turn receive protection. That protection removes itself once you take your body and move it. That is how property works, people. Okay. So if you don't believe me, read your Constitution. It tells you itself. We don't got time to read it. Let's get back into this video.
Oh no, my voice ain't changed. I'm still the same person. If my lace front coming up, come put it back down for me. You got some glue. Do you know a hairstylist that can do it since you got a problem with my lace? Since that's the topic of this live with your slow, miserable self. Man, y'all are so slow. That's why I haven't been getting on here addressing anything, because most of y'all, I don't know if Latruth done paid y'all off, but her fake sister that y'all keep hollering, oh, her sister put up a video. Duh. Her sister gonna put up 1,000 videos. She's trying to get her fame up, and she's being bought. Miss Latruth just bought our car. Would you tell the truth on her to miss them benefits? No, you wouldn't. And she's definitely not either. Like, come on now. She ain't lying. Those kids ain't lying. Honey, how you know she ain't lying? How you know she ain't lying? Because at the end of the day, Please. Since you laid, fuck these people. That's right, Farron. And if it ain't laid, I'll come get you to lay my lace. You feel me? These people don't know me. They think somebody gonna get on here and cry because Miss Latruth done made up a bunch of lies. This girl got a recording every other day, a new recording where my brother's supposed to beat her. If he did beat her, or if he did cuss her out, she obviously was provoking him because why you recording every argument? He didn't record no arguments. And that's what married people go through. And that's what I don't understand. When you married, you're gonna go through altercations. You're gonna go through arguments. You don't sit and record every one of them unless you messing with another man or done got what you wanted out of the marriage and you ready to kick rocks. And that's the case. Period. Latasha, you look like you about drama. I'm about real stuff. I don't care if you call it drama or not. Is Miss Latruth about drama? Because she the one went on Instagram and posted this video that started all this mess. Mookie, how about you just leave her alone? Because I ain't messing with the girl. I ain't talked to this girl since we came back from Jamaica because I seen then she was fake as crap. And I got on Facebook and said that. Y'all believe these women because they cute. And because they got a lot of followers and they devils in disguise. And I still mean it. And Farron, you on here? Did I not tell you that when I went to Jamaica? My homegirl Farron bought a ticket to go be at the wedding with me. Brianna got mad after she saw her and said she couldn't go after she done paid out her money. See, Brianna is jealous, insecure, and she gonna continue keep lying. Talking about defamation of character. Your daddy on here talking about my brother beat you. So you telling me your daddy watched my brother beat you and didn't do nothing? Like, come on now. But then you sitting on here saying my daddy ain't shit. So is your daddy something? Because he watched the man beat you and didn't do nothing about it? Ain't said nothing until now. Y'all is pathetic, man. I'm jealous of her. Krill, what I got to be jealous of Miss Latruth for? Because I ain't found the man to marry and come up off of yet.
I want to get to this statement here. This is from Desiree. Says, I feel like my sister was taken up for me from this live. I wouldn't feel like my sister was taking up for me from this live. Just feels like clout chasing and putting out more of our business. That's a great statement. And I agree with you. But at the same time, though, it's like someone has to know what the real truth is. I feel like she's the only one telling the real skinny. Does that make sense? I feel like she's the only one telling the true skinny of the story. Like, you know, telling us what's really going on, because nothing else seems to be making sense. Now, I had no idea that Mrs. Latruth bought Sierra a car. That's interesting. You know, that's very interesting. It does. It may not mean much, but it does say a lot to the motives of baby mama Latruth. That's the first one, baby mama Latruth. So it does, you know, but I feel like she's just letting all the receipts out, and I'm okay with that. I'm totally okay with that. The second thing that I have to agree with her with is when somebody is saying something in antithesis to what you believe or what you denote, please stop using the symbolism of you're just jealous because she's prettier than you. That's weird, you guys. And you guys aren't doing it, but it did occur a couple of days ago on our live stream. Stop doing that. Nobody cares. If you care about looks that much, maybe you think Mrs. Latruth is prettier than yourself. Mrs. Latruth is beautiful, but it doesn't mean we're jealous of her beauty. That's just a weird, like, it's a weird supposition to make. And it's weird how you created that premise and made that your conclusion. That's a weird conclusion, right? Premises and conclusions come together by virtue of this statement. If, then, right? If, then. That is how those conjunctions are made. If, then. If I get up and walk to 7-Eleven, then I will be able to get snacks. That is an if-then statement, which means it is true. Okay? It means it is true by virtue of what is occurring. I'm getting up and walking, and I'm making my way to CVS, and then virtue, I will get to CVS and get snacks. You can't say, if I'm making statements about Mrs. Latruth's scenario and her altercation on October 14th, then I'm jealous because I think she's more beautiful than me. You see, those don't go together. That's not a real statement. That doesn't even make any sense. Okay. So if you're going to come here again, you got to think for yourselves. You're going to have to use a little bit of formal logic, right? If you like, we can teach you that. It's the easiest thing to learn. It is quite difficult. It is Aristotelian way of argument, and it is a form of mathematics, but we can teach you if you want. But that if I discuss Mrs. Latruth, then I am jealous of her. That's not a true statement, right? It's a logical fallacy, if you will. This is from Angela. Angela says, no, that's her brother. I have a big family and I've seen my family lie for their loved ones all the time. That is true. That is true. But don't look at her overall statement, because we don't do that here, Angela. You already know we don't do that. You have to dissect what she's stating. If she produced a text thread that stated what she stated, and then Brianna says something else, until Brianna produces that same thread, she is the victor in that one isolated argument. If she stated that Brianna has purchased Sierra a car, right? Baby mama Latruth number 1. And in turn, it is true. She is the victor of that statement because it is true. Now, you could say anything. You could be like, well, it's just a nice thing to do because she just wanted to just make sure they have a unit in a family, and she wanted to show respect to the mother of her husband's first child. Understandable. But all of those isolated incidences have to be analyzed, because it's just like, but why? You understand what I mean? So don't we haven't even finished the whole video to be like, this is our conclusion. We haven't even done that yet. You got to listen to each statement that Sister Latruth makes in an isolated format. It's about to be a long live stream. Let me get to this video.
So I'm supposed to be jealous? No, honey, I ain't jealous. I get it out the mud. I'm a grown woman. I'm a strong Black woman at that. I don't have to steal. I don't have to manipulate. I don't have to use a man to get what I need or want for my kids. This woman got 3-4 different kids by all different men, and got with a man that took care of all of them and treated them like they was his own. And she dogged them to the fullest. If she just didn't want to be with him, she would have just walked away. But she put it on social media because she wanted to ruin his career. She wanted to tarnish his image. What's so great about that? Why should I uphold her for that? Y'all all keep inboxing me saying, oh, well, you just went through abuse. Why are you defending him? Because that's my brother and I know he didn't do it. That's the thing. I just went through verbal abuse. I just went through arguments with my husband. So therefore, if I knew anyway 100% that my brother did this to this woman, I would definitely make him stand up and say it. I would definitely not uphold him in his wrongs. Ever. So at the end of the day, all y'all to keep coming saying, oh, why you in it? Well, you should have just kept your mouth shut. Bite me. You should have kept your mouth shut. Y'all on here commenting on my stuff saying I should have kept my mouth shut about my brother. But y'all commenting and y'all not related to neither party. Y'all just miserable, wanting to carry on a message and talk junk. Her sister, the fake sister, because that's not her sister. Another lie she has told. Come on now. This girl done told all kind of lies and y'all still like, oh, I heard the recording. Who said that's my brother on the recording? But y'all so stupid, y'all gonna believe it because she got so many followers and she cute. Girl, bye. I don't care how cute she is. Like I said, she crossed the line when she got on Facebook talking about my daddy and my deceased grandma. And y'all still upholding this woman. Come on now. What if we had recordings showing y'all how this woman disrespects her daddy on a day-to-day basis? Or how she used to disrespect her dead mama on a day-to-day basis. But y'all coming for me because I'm not upholding her because I went through abuse myself. Just because you go through abuse don't mean that you have to uphold a woman that's lying, clearly.
And this is precisely why you have to analyze each statement and not the whole video. Are we following along? Okay, let's go.
And Sharon Mobley, you might be right. It may be both of them, but at the end of the day, my brother the only one getting the backlash from this because this woman, she's a female. Oh, she's a female, so she needs help. How you know my brother don't need help? He might need help from being beat on and verbally abused for all these years and still took up for this girl. Okay. Honey, you're right. I don't know what goes on in their house on a day-to-day basis, and y'all don't either. So why the hell is y'all feel like my opinion don't matter and y'all do? Man, please move on, girl. I know what I know, and I know what I've heard, and I know if I've been beat and somebody asks my kids, I don't have to howl in the background and tell them what to say. I know that. I know that for a fact. And that's what she was doing. The whole time me and my sister was on three-way with this girl, she was in the background howling, trying to tell my niece what to tell me. So why should I believe her? Why is who still in here? You dang right, Stacy. Misery showed us love company.
Now let's get to this statement here. This is from Phoenix. Says, now she's lying. Mrs. Latruth has 3 other kids with 1 man. She's saying anything. What else she lying about? So let me just make this abundantly clear, okay, for the people in the comments, okay? When someone says all 3 of my children or all 8 of my children are by 1 man, we just believe them because there's no reason to not believe them, right? 2, it's very difficult to investigate conception, okay, unless there's DNA test. Okay, let's just make that abundantly clear as well. Okay, so I believe Mrs. Latruth when she says all 3 of her children are by 1 man, and I know that Mrs. Latruth stated that he was abusive. Okay, right? So we can only believe it when it comes out of her mouth because there's no reason for us to not believe it. But if we were to investigate those claims, right, we don't know what we could overturn. Now, I'm not saying that I don't believe Mrs. Latruth and her 3 children being by 1 individual. I'm not saying that, but at the end of the day, there's no way to prove that because nobody was there when they conceived those children. Okay? So just keep that notion in the back of your head. We can't prove that. We could just go based off of it because Mrs. Latruth said it. We don't know what the actual truth is. A man could come forward today and say, I think I fathered the middle child of Mrs. Latruth, get a DNA test and prove to be correct. And then where would your notions be? So because someone says something doesn't mean you automatically have to believe it, but because there's no fight against that argument, we're not going to divulge into it because I could care less how many baby fathers she has. But just keep that in your head. Can you prove her conception with those children? You can't. Just say, I believe Mrs. Latruth when she says that her first 3 children are fathered by 1 man. But don't say that I know it to be fact. You don't know that. Okay, so just keep in mind you don't know that for a fact because if you were there when she had conceptualized those children, I'm a little more concerned about you having deviant behavior than anything. Okay, so yes, we believe Mrs. Latruth when she says all 3 of her children are by 1 man because there's no reason for us to not believe it, but I don't know that to be fact. Okay, so there's a difference. Got it? Let's get back into the video.
Naya Simmons, how you know you one of the 8 people that was living with him too? And that's another thing. Come on now. How can a man be happy with a woman, whether she cute or ugly, when you got 4 kids in the house and then you got 8 other adults in your house every day as fans with this girl? And that's what was the case. She not only was the kids, this girl had a whole entourage in the house every day watching my brother. So they plotted all this mess together, man. Y'all stupid, and I'm not gonna keep arguing with y'all. Believe what y'all want to believe. I'm not pressed about staying with them. I never wanted to stay with them. I'm pressed because I seen this girl live and she got on live talking about I told her that I believe her about my brother beating her, and I never said that, never in a day in my life. I said I believed that my brothers probably said stuff about me to shut her up for the simple fact, why when you go public saying my brother beat you and did all this to you, you start texting me and my sister. Oh, they was talking about you. Oh, they said this about you. That was because she wanted to turn us down for us to get mad at my brothers and believe her. And I ain't with it. I'm real. I ain't stupid. This ain't my first merry-go-round. That's exactly what she want. And any of y'all that actually believe this man beat her for 6 years, y'all got to be the absolute dumbest people I ever knew. This girl was half naked on every single site, every single day. Tube top shirts, spaghetti, bikini tops, shorts that show everything except for her butt cheeks.
Now, let me say this about Sister Latruth, this last statement that she made. You said, child, if she don't stay out of married folks' business, that's what I'm saying. But hey, we're here for it. And we're just reporting on it. Don't shame her for what she wears. Like, come on. First of all, obviously, she's a full-grown adult, so she can wear what she wants to wear too. If she's comfortable wearing what she wants to wear, let her wear it. Why is that? That's not tea? Why does that bother you that she wears a bikini with her butt out? And 3, if her husband doesn't have a problem with it, why do you have a problem with it? Why do you have a problem with what she's wearing? It's the same sort of tactic that Brianna used yesterday when she attempted to shame her husband's mental health, stating that their counselor said that they couldn't help him because he needed more intense counseling. It's the same tactics, and it's tacky. It's tacky tactics, because what does that have to do with this isolated scenario? Nothing. It has nothing to do with it. Let me get some of your comments. This is from Pamela. Says, I'm ready for season 2. Child, we trying to finish up season 1. Brenda says she sounds like a hater. Yeah, it's definitely giving. I'm jealous that now it is definitely giving. I'm jealous that Brianna has 4 kids and can wear a bikini. That's kind of what it's giving. I'm sorry. That's what it's giving. Argue with your mama in the comments. That's what it's giving. Okay. But there's no reason why you can't wear a bikini. If you want to wear a bikini, wear a bikini. Wear a bikini if you want. Who cares? Wear a bikini. But it does allow you to kind of analyze her thinking in that notion. Like, how you a married woman with 4 kids wearing a bikini with your butt cheeks out? Why do you care? Why is that the only thing that you noticed? Your brother didn't say anything when she posted those revealing pictures. He probably enjoyed it because he knows that his wife is beautiful. But why did that bother her so much? That's interesting. And it's interesting as to her motives in this video. But again, like I said, we have to continuously analyze each anecdote because you can't analyze this video as a whole. It's too much. So you just got to go slow by slow. Let me get to some of your comments, and then we're going to get back to the video. This is from Juanita. Juanita says she has to say a controlling, abusive man usually don't let you wear revealing clothes. Oh, is that what she was trying to make out of it? Oh, okay. I could see that. I could see that argument being made. She's saying, if you're really in an abusive relationship, why would he let you wear that? But no two abusive relationships are alike. I don't believe that Brianna and Mr. Latruth were in, I don't think Brianna was being abused by Mr. Latruth physically based off of the one incident we can only analyze because there's no other one. I think they're just 2 toxic narcissists. I'm sorry. That's all I see. I'm not seeing much else. Except 2 toxic narcissists who should never have gotten together. Okay. But let me continue. One more comment. This is from Desiree. Says, I'm jealous of anybody that can wear a bikini with 4 kids because I can't. LOL. That's definitely what she's giving. Yeah, definitely. Let's get back to the video.
Where did he beat her at? Her butt? Did he take a belt and whoop her butt? That's what I want to know. Because you telling me this man beat her all this time as much as she was naked and she never had one bruise? No, he ain't no abuser. He's a magician. He's a magical somebody. And that's a fact. But y'all idiots too stupid to realize it. For real, come on now. How this man beat this girl for 6 years and she out here naked every single day? Not one bruise on this woman. And y'all talking about he's an abuser. No, y'all need to be cutting a check to my brother. That nigga's a magician. Do you hear me? He is a magician. That's what he is. And y'all too stupid to see it. You dang right, sunshine. If these people was in my place, they'd be doing the same exact thing. But I'm the worst woman in the world because I'm defending my brother. I don't get it. If he was wrong, I say he wrong. But at the end of the day, these people basically telling me I'm wrong for telling my truth. But they on every single status, every single comment, destroying my brother and don't know him from nothing. They don't know them, period, but from social media. But I'm wrong. I'm the bad guy because I know my brothers. Then somebody said, oh, I never know he was your brother. So what? Everything ain't for you. Kelvin, she can cover up with makeup. Did she ever say she covered up with makeup? Or is that just something you throwing out there? You giving her ideas, player. Stop giving her ideas. If she was beat, she would have showed a bruise. All she can show is a finger that she broke herself.
Mama.
Don't none of it make sense. I can't wait till the truth come out too. Oh, honey, I ain't making video after video. This is my second video on this page. And at the end of the day, I'm going to make as many as I choose because this is my platform. And if you tired of seeing my videos, exit to the left. You don't have to be here, period.
Why?
Oh, you should have put the tag off there.
No, Patrick, your whole family a mess.
That's it.
You want to talk about my family? You don't even know my whole family. You just know what Brianna told you. And that's sad. She got y'all so fooled, it's pitiful.
Yeah, that's what I say right here.
Who gonna break their own hand? I didn't never say she broke her own hand. I never said that. Who said that? That's another comment that y'all just throwing up in the air.
Loose.
Right, exactly, Tracy. This man been beating you for 6 years and you want to go spend $50,000 on a wedding? For what? And I asked her that. Did she tell y'all I asked her that? That was my question. I said, Brianna, if my brother been beating you for 6 years, why did you just have this wedding renewal? You know what she said? Oh, because I thought it was going to make things better. When? In what life? If it ain't better in 6 years, I'm not about to spend $50K on a wedding. It was for props. It was for show.
Now, let me give my analysis of the sister. I think I'm done watching enough of the sister. I think she's said enough, and she is also loud. And there's nothing wrong with that because y'all know Black people, we just loud. It's just how we are. Let me just give you my assessment. Now, I know we haven't finished the whole video, but again, I feel like I can kind of catch the pattern going on here. I believe most of the anecdotes from the sister, right? The buying of the car for the baby mom, the how Brianna reached out to her after the incident and saying that, oh, you know, my brother really doesn't like you. I believe Brianna did those things. I believe those. And that people from Brianna's family have been reaching out to her saying that Brianna's manipulative and a liar. I believe those. I would like to see those, but I definitely believe them. But my overarching opinion, because I haven't finished the video, so it's not going to be my full analysis, but my overarching opinion of the sister, that she's definitely defending her brother, trying to make her brother look better than he actually is. She's definitely jealous of Brianna and Brianna's access to wealth. It's very true. It's right there. I think she's jealous of the fact that Brianna can wear a bikini, right? So her to play into her looks. And I also believe that the sister is I think the sister is like, it's hard to say. She's obviously angry and upset at Brianna, but it makes me wonder if she even liked Brianna from the get-go, right? Like even when her brother met her, you know, it seemed like she didn't like Brianna from the get-go. So I feel like this was just all kind of like bottled up of 6 years. You understand what I mean? It seemed like it was all bottled up. Like I didn't like her anyway, and now I really don't like her. I think that the sister Latruth is giving way too much credence to her brother, like way too much. I think she's giving him way too many flowers that he definitely doesn't deserve. I don't think that Mr. Latruth, just based off this one isolated incident, until Brianna comes forward and tells us other instances of him physically abusing her, I can only analyze the one. But according to Brianna, even and her lie detector test, she never had the lie detector examiner ask her about other instances of physical abuse, just emotional. I don't think that Mr. Latruth is a woman beater. I don't. I think this was again, I'm going to say it again. I think this was mutual combat. I think Mr. Latruth should have never let Brianna get comfortable digging through his phone. You didn't have anything to prove. If you're not a cheater, you should have caught those signs early on that your wife is insecure, and you should have remedied that instead of trying to give her your cell phone and prove to her that you're not a cheater. You know, like you shouldn't have did that. He co-signed that really bad behavior. In my opinion, he co-signed that bad behavior. Like, see, I'm not a cheater, babe. Here's my phone. But you should know that that's toxic to begin with. I think that this whole situation is crazy. We're going to analyze it. I know a lot of you in the comments like, I don't want to talk about this. I'm sorry, but we have to. Like, it's in our face. We got to talk about it. But again, I think that Sister Latruth is deeply, she has a deep-seated hatred toward Brianna. More than she's explaining, but you can definitely hear it in her tones, and you can definitely hear it in the pattern of her storytelling. She just never liked Brianna to begin with. And so she's been waiting to grind her axe on Brianna for years, okay? For years, but I think she's giving way too much credence to her brother like he's this darling angel. He is not that, okay? That he is not. He's a bingo opportunity. Yeah. I'm gonna be who I am says nobody has to like your spouse, but they should respect the fact that their family members chose them. Exactly. She didn't have to like Brianna, but if your brother chose her, you needed to respect that. And she didn't like that. She absolutely did not like that. Angela said, please. Angela. YMV says, the more Sister Latruth talks, the more her disdain for Brianna comes out. Her testimony is now dismissed. Exactly. Precisely. She really did not like Brianna, and she should have just kept that to herself. Now, in defense of her brother, I could understand because it does make sense. But again, it's like she says a lot of stark contradictions. She's like, I'm not in their house, and y'all not in their house either. And then she's like, well, he didn't beat you, but you just told us you weren't in the house. So how would you know that? We could only go based off of the anecdotes Brianna gives us. And Brianna's only showed us one. She hasn't showed us much more. So you said it yourself. So why are you contradicting yourself, Sister Latruth? You said you're not in the house. So how can you say, well, he's not a beater because I don't see any marks? She sound crazy. This is from Tanisi says, Steph, both of them are definitely abusers. They are battle warriors. They definitely are. This is from Angela says, but I did kick my husband off my social media because he got mad because I blocked some people on his. Ooh, child, y'all need to stop. This is from DJ Genesis says, right, he didn't beat her because she wears bikinis. Yeah, like what kind of statement is that? He didn't beat you. How you wearing a bikini? Okay, ma'am. Okay, but you told us you're not in the house, so you shouldn't even know none of this. Okay, let me just watch a little bit more, y'all. Okay.
She wanted everybody to think, oh, I love this man. We so happy we in love. While the whole time messing with whoever else she messing with and ready to change sides quick as day.
She keeps talking about cheating allegations with Brianna. Like, first of all, Sister Latruth, if you can't prove that, you're gonna have to stop saying it. Stop saying that. There's no proof that Brianna is cheating on her husband. That makes your argument even worse. It makes your argument, my hair's so flat, it makes your argument even worse. Like, stop saying things you cannot prove. You can't prove Brianna is cheating on her husband. Stop, because what it sounds like is she got that argument from Mr. Latruth. She got that argument from Mr. Latruth, right? That's where she got it from, because Mr. Latruth probably went to his sister and said, she always digging through my phone. I bet she cheating. That's what he probably told his sister. That's definitely what he told his sister. But if you can't prove that, why do you keep saying it? She sounds a lot like baby Latruth, the little daughter who says, well, this is all I know. I don't know. This is what they told me. Then you don't know nothing. You shouldn't be speaking on it.
That's what she wanted. She done got her followers. She done got her bread. Why she need to stay? She threw. Game over.
Mama.
I never said she broke her finger. I said that I never knew her finger to be broke. One video she got a brace on, the next one she don't. And then whenever everybody start commenting like, okay, what happened to the brace? Then the brace go back on. But I'm pretty sure y'all didn't see that. And that's because you didn't want to. You're too big fans of Brianna. Like, this girl messy and miserable as I don't know what. Especially to lie on me and say I said, I believe my brother beat her. I never said that. Not once.
I don't see how you get the goddamn energy to say all that motherfucking shit. You don't have to go through all that damn shit. Just fuck her. Really.
Who cares whose money it is? Nobody said nothing about her having money.
Why?
And it probably is because of his counsel, but she'll be okay.
You wasted all your time on that motherfucker. Why did you waste kill time on her. Yeah.
Kellen Williams, you said since I want to talk about relationships, talk about mine. What you want me to say about mine? What do you want to know? Because I don't mind. I ain't ashamed of nothing I went through. I'm not a female that's going to go through problems and put them on somebody else. Like y'all princess. Parsley Brown, you must be some kin to Brianna because you slow as I don't know what. Her finger have not been wrapped the whole time. She put up a video the other day that she stole Tia Mowry caption off of and pasted it on her video from YouTube. And she was sitting in a chair and didn't have a brace on it whatsoever. And everybody started commenting, asking what happened to the brace. Then she took the whole video off of the post. This Spicy K showed where she done took this woman post. Anybody that's been getting beat all this time, please tell me why you gotta take somebody else's post to be mourned. If you being beat, you should have a sympathy story of your own.
Now, Sister Latruth is right. She's absolutely correct. She's absolutely correct. Mrs. Latruth posted a sympathy post on Facebook, and it turned out it was a plagiarized post from Tia Mowry, and then she deleted it. That's what makes people question whether Brianna is actually mourning the loss of her marriage, because it's like, she's right. If you're sad about your marriage, those emotions are going to be your own. You're not going to borrow them from Tia Mowry, from Sister. You're not going to do that. If you're sad that your marriage is breaking up, you're just sad. And you're like, you guys, I'm sad. This is my husband. This is what we're going through. Whoop-de-whoop, blase, skip, ba-doom. But like, why would you plagiarize another woman really going through a divorce? That's weird. But that's the truth. She did do that. And also, too, in that video as well, she's discussing she was not wearing her brace. Now, mind you, remember what Brianna stated. She didn't know her finger was broken. So there's a reason to that. So that doesn't mean that Brianna's finger wasn't broken, but it does mean that Brianna may not have known that she might have broken a bone in her finger. So if Brianna wasn't wearing a cast on her finger, it doesn't mean that she's lying. It simply means that she didn't know. You can have a bruised joint and not realize it's broken until you go to the hospital. You're like, my finger's been hurting for 4 days. And the doctor's like, yeah, because there's a chipped bone in it. So Brianna not wearing her sling in her finger doesn't mean that her finger's not broken. It simply means that in the time that it was broken, she probably didn't realize that. Does that make sense? Like, do you guys understand what I'm trying to say? Like, we do it all the time. People do it all the time, especially with tiny bones, specifically in your ankles and specifically in your fingers. They can break and we just don't realize that we did something wrong to it or that something was injured to it. So that's not proof, but she is right about the Tia Mowry post. Let me get some of your comments. From this is Ray says, hey, imagine Sister Leela in a fight. I don't know who that is. Oh, I'm scared she's gonna win. I don't know who that is. I'm sorry. This is from Royal says, yes, but that's not the case. What do you mean that's not the case? She did steal that post from Tia Mowry. That is the case. Angela says, no one ever saw that. Now, if that happened, show me the video. I saw that on a post on Facebook from screenshots. I don't actually have that video. I'm sorry, you guys. I don't have that. This is from Modovo. Modovo, I hope I'm saying that right. Says, maybe that's how she felt at the moment she was related to Tia. Which is true, which is a great statement, right? So a lot of people have stated that, yes, she was, she took the post from Tia Mowry because she probably felt the same way. And it's also messaging, right? It's like when we share memes, we don't have to be the creator of the meme to use it. But what people found really suspicious is that she didn't credit Tia for the post. You understand what I mean? She didn't credit Tia for the post, which is weird. She should have just showed the full Instagram post instead of just stealing the caption. So, and then she deleted it. So people were just like a little bit sus about that. This is from Vanessa says, I saw the lady post it, ask why she copied Tia's post. Maybe she didn't have the words to say. Remember the first video post Brianna put out, she was trying to stay neutral. But she should have never deleted it then. Just credit the person who wrote it. Does that make sense? Just credit the person who wrote it. It's not hard to do, you guys, to include a footnote or an oral citation. It's the easiest thing you could possibly do. It's a sheer fact that Brianna didn't, which makes people like kind of skeptical about it. This from Pamela. Pamela says, yes, most of the time, the only thing doctors do for broken fingers and toes is tape it unless you need surgery. That's correct. Let me get back into the video. We're almost done, y'all.
I wish I could go on Ayana Fix My Life. Send it to me, boo. Send it to me. Send her straight on to me. That's why she got all these videos. Business, it's on my page. And I'm gonna let them see later on in life that who they think she is not who she is. Yeah, man, y'all need some help. It's a lot of y'all that need to go on Ayana Fix My Problems. Because y'all really obsessed with this girl. Cutter or whatever your name is. I didn't go on the internet crying about my abusive husband. I went live in the middle of an altercation with me and my abusive husband, as you call it. And he was abusive, verbal abusive. But I used to hit him and he used to hit me. We was verbal to each other. Like I said, I'm just a woman that can admit my wrongs. Miss Latruth won't admit her wrongs. Just like she said I was on here lying. What I lie about? I didn't have to lie about me and my husband. The video was there. Just like she said I was begging for money. It's my Cash App information being at the bottom. Just like it's at the bottom of her lives, my brother's lives and all. Not unless she removed hers. But at the end of the day, what y'all think that subscribe button is? Wanting money. Why you think she got it? Because she wants y'all to pay her to hear the lies that she telling. Doesn't matter. My marriage don't matter to y'all. Why do it? Did you move me? Did you help me? And all y'all saying he don't help you with nothing. He don't help me move. Oh, okay.
I do find that odd that people keep using the denotion of, are you married? Therefore, you're not allowed to speak on this. If you don't get your old church ways of thinking out of here, it is 2022. Okay. Get that out of here. I was arguing with a woman on Facebook yesterday morning about this. Get out of here with that. That is the most old-timey thing I've ever heard. And it's to me, it's a sick way of thinking, if you ask me. It's basically saying that you're not privileged enough to have this conversation with us, and therefore you don't get an opinion. No, we do get an opinion. We absolutely get an opinion. You put it on the internet, it belongs to us, the observable audience. The old church way. Just be old church ways. Like, oh, where's your husband at? Where's my husband? I don't get a wife. You know what I mean? Like, weird. Weird. It's weird statements people are making. But this is toward the end of her video. I'm pretty much done with this video. No shade to Sister Latruth. But while we wrap this up, I already knew this was going to be a long live stream. Now we have to finish out Brianna's video. Now we're going to do a full circle back. We're going to come back to Brianna's video because this is the video that I really wanted to finish because I knew that there would be some other nuggets in it and I want to get to them. Okay. Now let me get some of your comments and we're going to finish the video out. Now I have it paused to where we left off yesterday and let me get some of your comments. You said this lady's delusional. Who's this lady? Sister Latruth? This from Keisha says, is that Sister Latruth's husband yelling in the back? I think it was. But I couldn't tell. It sounded like a woman. This is from Nita Little. Nita says, as soon as you put it on the internet, you made it up. That's right. That's right. This is from Demaya. I hope I'm saying that right. Comedian Tifus says he hasn't been with a man in 4 years. Who is that? Wine V says, Sister Latruth doesn't realize her brother's getting money from this drama too. She's too fixated on Brianna's looks and existing kids getting wifed up. She's envious, definitely envious, but she is telling some truths in there. There are a lot of things. There's truths. There's weird anecdotes about her looks and her bikinis. And there's also things that she can't prove that she shouldn't make statements about Brianna cheating. Don't say that because you can't prove that. You can't prove that. You can't prove Brianna's a cheater at all. Unless a man shows up and comes forward, then there's no proof of that at all. So don't make statements like that. I didn't like that from Sister Latruth. Okay, let's get into this video.
Brother and sisters, y'all don't sleep with this man. You ain't married to this man. You ain't never lived with this man while he was in a relationship with anybody. My relationship with him gonna be way different than yours. Kevin, you even said it yourself. When I come around, she don't even look me in my face. She don't even look my way. She don't even look in no man's face. I've been doing that for 6 years. Anybody who has ever been in the midst of me and my husband, I don't look in no man's face. I don't even look their way. I don't even look in their eyeballs. Out of the respect of my husband, or maybe is it controlling? Is it controlling? Been real quiet. Been real quiet this whole time. Been real quiet since the incident happened. Y'all can scroll down my timeline and see how many videos I made. It ain't been much. I ain't even post on Instagram. Like, y'all just going in as if I'm just the only one. This man created his own narrative. His own narrative. Then he say, oh, I've been trying to get a divorce forever. She won't never sign up. Where the hell the papers at? Please show me the receipt where you paid for us to get a divorce. Please show me the receipt where the papers are at. Show the date where you signed them at. Because I'm the only one stepping out. I'm the only one who got a lawyer and paid $3,000 this week. You ain't did nothing. And again, here I am paying for us to get out of something. So the truth of the matter is, all you care about is your image. And I'm sorry, that's all you care about is your image. But you really did this to yourself. You really came on here going on and on and on and on and on and on and on with different scenarios. When facts is facts. Truth is truth. And all you did was lie. Everybody keeps saying, change your name. I can't wait till my damn name change. I've been waiting. I'm waiting for Facebook to approve my name change. I'm waiting. Trust and believe it. I don't want to be nothing with LA Lie. I don't want to be known as Miss Latruth no more. Please just call me Brianna. That is my name. Brianna is my name. Not Miss Latruth. I don't want to be associated with that. Even though I own the copyrights to that name. Even though I own the trademark to that name. I don't want to be associated with no more. But y'all want us to be quiet. Us victims. You want us to be quiet and then let the narcissist paint this whole picture. I can't. I can't. I can't. And then you say I was the one who divorced him. Baby, look on his page. When have I ever said I was getting a divorce? See, because he ain't got as many followers as me. I guess y'all don't follow him. But if you've been following his timeline, you will see that this man made a divorce post. And I had to come and save the day, as always. Let me go pull up some more facts. Because y'all think this Boosie fan page with a verified check, that ain't even him. Okay, that's not Boosie comment. Boosie don't even know this man. The Boosie don't even know he comment on his page. He pays them to say exactly what they want to say. And here's my proof on that. Here's my proof. One thing about it, I come with receipts. I don't come with just talking. I come with receipts. Ain't nobody gonna play with my name. Here's one for instance. These are the posts he sends me from his Facebook and he tells me what to say. Let me see if I could turn this. Okay. My purse over there. All right. So this is his post, right? When you showing your father-in-law fresh, y'all can all see that on his page. Go.
Okay, pause it because I want to read it. Blow it up a little bit. This is from Mr. Latruth. It says, when you showing your father-in-law a fresh Burberry shirt, he sent her a post to his video. He said, my daddy just hustled you out of your Burberry shirt. And then he says, it's a beautiful day. I wish she would move her finger. So it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. He sent her another video that he had posted. And
this is what he tells me
he
to say.
Says, I still can't believe you dropped that toothpaste on your clothes.
Okay. He sends me another post. He tells me what to say. That's me in the blue. He sends another post. He tells me what to say. Like, I can go on and 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 on with receipts. Okay? So them people that you see comment on his post with the blue check, they ain't really people he know. He paying them. He paying them. Because one thing about it, I'm going to come with receipts. I ain't going to come with no lies. I'm going to come with receipts.
Now, I just want to preface this by saying that what was that supposed to prove, Brianna? What was that supposed to prove? You are a social media family. Right, your family channel. So and that's that's your business partner. So your business partner curating content for you as well as curating statements for you to make. It's a business. That's not manipulation. That's the part that I think that a lot of people are kind of glossing over. Like, he tells her what to say, he tells her what to do. It's a business based off of personality. Okay? If their business was based off of cake decoration and she showed us a bunch of cakes he decorated, I wouldn't find it odd either. So that's like, what is she trying to get? She's trying to get us in this instance, okay? Let me preface this by saying, only in this instance, she is trying to get us to believe that her husband is a control freak, but their entire business model is selling personality. I can't jive with that because that's the business that they decided to step into together as a couple. That's not receipts. When your whole business is to sell a specific aesthetic, which so happens to be your personality. So her saying, he's controlling me. No, he's not. He's really just your business partner. What was she trying to do with this? Like, what was she trying to do with this? How do I get on the payroll to comment? Right. That's what I'm saying. How do I get on the payroll? When she says he's paying people to comment, she's talking about bots. So he's paying bot farms to do that. And we can get into that into another topic, but they're not actual people. It's one person who leads about 300-400 bots at a time. They're just little. They're not real people. They're just bots. That's what she's talking about. This from Desiree says, at the end of the day, she is so hurt. I remember when I saw her, I was popping off all kinds of thinking that I was going to hurt somebody when I was only hurting myself. Minnesota Mandy says, Steph, you have outdone yourself in this live. Almost 3 hours. I know, I'm exhausted. We're almost done, though. Let's get to the rest of this video. Thank you, Mandy.
All right, let's go to the next receipt. Let's keep on going. Since people like to lie so bad, let's keep on going. Look, this man will write me a whole paragraph on what to say. Y'all not ready for this conversation. Then he sent me this to write. Your creativity be on a whole different level when you smoke too, babe. I know. Yeah, this ain't even how I talk. But he sends this all to me to write, to say. Post, then he sent me what to say. Post, then he sent me what to say. A lot of y'all. I ain't got a lot of y'all. I ain't got a lot of y'all, but I do got something to save, and that's my character. That's my character. I'm a whole mother. You're not about to drag me in these streets as if I'm crazy. I'm loony. I'm making this up. I abuse you. Then y'all say don't bring the kids into it when my kids was the ones knocking on the door. I'm this crazy person. I'm such a horrible woman. You never wanted to marry me. Why is your daughter still here with me? Why did your daughter choose to stay with me instead of going with you? Don't bring the kids into it. Don't bring the kids into it. Now I said what I had to say. When a woman fed up, it ain't nothing you can do about it. It ain't nothing you can do about it. and I had to let loose. I am very thankful that I went live that day, because I swear to you, if I would have never went live, I would probably still be with him. I would still be with him like, oh, you're sorry. It's okay. I understand. It was a moment. Even in that video y'all seen me recorded, I'm still I'm an emotional wreck talking to him, trying to break it down what exactly he did to me. No, he don't talk to Boosie. He don't know Boosie. He paying somebody on that page to comment. On that video, y'all see him recording me. I am an emotional wreck. First off, I just came out on my marriage and told the whole world that my husband has been abusive. Everybody's changing their whole narrative. Everybody's saying this. Then my husband talking about telling him it's a skit. I cannot lie about this. Look at this. This band-aid getting old as hell. I cannot lie about this. I cannot say, yeah, y'all, it's a domestic prank. It was a skit. So I just wanted to come out here and tell you guys, my husband is not abusive. I'm constantly coming on here saving and saving and saving and saving and saving and saving and saving him every freaking time. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Even yesterday, my sister was mad about me taking a lie detector test. She said, you don't need to prove anything. You don't need to prove nothing. You know your truth. And I'm like, sis, I'm really second guessing myself. Am I lying to him? Am I lying? Like, this man can manipulate the hell out of me. He got me confused. Like, I really need to go do this for myself so that I know for real that I'm not going crazy and I'm not making nothing up. So I tried to bow out respectfully, peacefully. If you go on my YouTube channel, it's the video that I tried to post on Facebook, but it only posted a minute. The one that y'all was like, it's only a minute. I posted it on YouTube and I was bowing out respectfully. I didn't talk bad on him. I didn't even show my hand because everybody in the comments like, where her hand at? That must be fake. Where her hand? I didn't show my hand because I was trying to cover up for him again and again and again and again and again. Covering up for him. I just wish you the best. I love you. Wish nothing but the best for you. And y'all keep telling me I'm the wrong one. I'm the wrong one, but I tried to let this go. I tried to let it go peacefully. But this man kept harassing me every day. Him and his family. The first thing he should have did was tell his family to shut up. Shut up. You don't know nothing. You ain't in my marriage. Shut up. Shut up. But he not. He ain't telling them that. He wanted them to keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Thank you, Shanika, because you know how quiet I be.
Superbly quiet for years. It's certain times where I know y'all been into it and you like, sis, I'm just done. I'm just so hurt right now. And then you still turn around and you do a video with him looking and pretending to be happy. But I know as soon as you done that video, you come in your room and you sit.
Me too. I would love to see Brianna's other family members come forward and see what they have to say. Because if it is true, we should see it, right? We're nosy. This is from Brown Skin Girl says she better do like Megan Thee Stallion and post her discharge papers from the hospital about her finger being broken. But their situation is over as it should be. Yeah. B Ashton says maybe I missed that, but did the abuse allegations come before or after his cancer? After, I believe. At least that's what I think. But someone correct me if I'm wrong. This is from Vanessa says, this lady is not going to answer every question viewers want her to. We all think differently and have different mindsets. The lady has just been into with her husband and they are breaking up. Yeah, that's correct. She shouldn't, but it's about the maneuvers that Brianna does that I find questionable. The running out to get a lie detector test when she never made mention of getting one and then doing so over the weekend. So she really scrambled to get that. The fact that she is shaming her husband for him having to seek additional mental health counseling. The fact, and this is the same video here, the fact that she shamed her husband for not going to church. Like, who cares he doesn't go to church? So what? The fact that she says, oh, he always controlling me and telling me what to say. Your life is literally to sell influence. He's going to tell you what to say. He's your business partner at the end of the day. That's not a manipulation tactic. Like, I would like to hear other instances of abuse from Brianna. That's what I want to hear. I don't want to hear about your business partner telling you what to post on social media. I don't want to hear about your business partner not going to church with you. I don't want to hear about your business partner going to counseling and having to get additional counseling services. I want to hear about other instances of abuse, and we're not getting that. This is from Tanise Tanaki says, okay, she's trying to take his followers because I don't understand what she produces is not videos with him. Correct. This is from Susie Q. Black House says, are they envious of each other? It's starting to come out that way. And that's a really good statement. I'm really glad that you made it. It's starting to come out that way. Like, do they hate each other? Are they? It does happen in relationships, you guys. People can be jealous of one another. You're like, how is that possible? They're married. It's possible. It's quite possible. This is from Art Phoenix. Says Brianna is so articulate, strong, and gorgeous. Was always too good for Egghead. In your opinion, right? That's your opinion. So, thank you for that. And this from Mary Jones says, I think she did the lie detector test trying to prove she was being honest about the abuse. She did, but it wasn't necessary. I just find it's not about why she got the test. It's the timing of the test. It's the timing of it. If she were to get this lie detector test done prior to her husband announcing that he's willing to take one, I'd have no issue with it. But it's the simple fact that she did it the day after his interview had dropped, which means she scrambled to find one in very short notice on a Friday. That's weird to me. I'm sorry. You may not think it's weird, but I definitely think there is something suspicious about it. And the sheer fact that she didn't produce the full lie detector test, just 4 questions, right? Which don't tell us much. So I believe she did go get one. And I believe that the people who administered the test are very accredited. So I'm not saying that. I'm not saying she went to some slack jockeys. I'm not saying that. I think she went to an accredited business to get it done. I'm just saying it's the timing of why she decided to get it done, right? The day after her husband announces it. Yes, it's weird. Okay. And if you don't think it's weird, maybe you just live in a different realm of reality than the rest of us, but it's definitely weird. This is from Vanessa says, she has responded to things he said in the 15 videos. She also responded after the 6 or 7 videos the Latruth brother posted. She has. Yes, that's correct. This from Mary Jones says, I would be curious about previous police reports. She said the police have been called several times. True. I couldn't find any. But it's not to say they don't exist. It's just to say I may not know what city they reside in. So I'm not saying that they're not real. It's just I didn't find them, but I could be digging in the wrong places. Does that make sense? This is from DJ Genesis. They're both playing chess with each other. They're both playing checkers. This is definitely not chess. This is from Susan Q. Said, hit that like button. And then Mary Jones says, I would be curious about previous police reports. Oh, we just read that. I'm sorry about that. It's just the situation's weird. Brianna's really not giving us a whole lot of anecdotes, but let's just finish watching it out. We're almost done. We've got a couple minutes left.
While he just still doing what he do.
Mm-hmm.
His switch.
How many times have I left and went and got a hotel room?
Went and got a hotel room.
Because he wouldn't leave.
After he abused and then refused to leave.
How many times I called the police?
A million daggone times.
How many times did social services come to my house? Because y'all keep saying, leave the kids out of it, but my kids is going to school telling them this man. And I'm still protecting him. I'm still saying, this man didn't do nothing to me. I'm still saying that. To protect him. My daughter went to school in fear for me. And social services came to my house. And I protected him again. And again. And again. How long do y'all want me to be quiet? How long?
How is it that his own daughter don't even want to be around him? And we ain't talking about the youngest. We talking about the oldest.
How long? Y'all keep saying, don't bring the kids into it. My kids was banging on that door trying to get to their mama.
Several times. This ain't the first time. This is not
my kids done called my sister to come over here. My sister. So when y'all attacking me, trying to bring me the fuck down because I'm standing in my truth, this is why women don't say nothing. And this is why I won't go say nothing. And I got facts to back it up. If you go on YouTube, it's the same video that I tried to post on here, but it was only 1 minute. It was only 1 minute.
Let me respond to this comment. This is from Angela. Angela says, it wasn't about church. It was about him lying about how he believed in God. But then he said he doesn't after talking to his brother. So I just want to make this abundantly clear. And thank you for the comment, Angela. I want to make this abundantly clear. I don't care. He can lie that he believes that the world is run by fish monsters for all I care. I don't care. It is not her business where his faith lies. You have to get a foundational understanding for that. It is not her business where his faith lies. He can lie to us all he wants to about his faith. It's his faith. He doesn't owe you an explanation about why he has questions about God at all. And if you think that he owes you questions or validation about how he feels in Christ, you are more delusional than I think that you are. Stop. She had no business bringing up his faith as a way to stick it to him. Do you hear how delusional you sound agreeing to this? That's disgusting. And it's disparaging that you would even try to co-sign that in your head and like a Rubik's Cube. You're just trying to, well, he lied about his faith. Who cares? It's his faith. Maybe he understands that his audience is faith-based and he felt not so proud that he was coming out or saying something or even reaching out to his brother about religiosity, but it's not our business. Why do you think that he owes us an explanation about what he believes? He doesn't owe us a thing. And the fact that Brianna is sharing his journey in faith is weird. It's not to take away from the other instances. It's just a weird thing to mention because it had nothing to do with the incident in question. Neither did his counseling session privately with their therapist. Had nothing to do with this. Neither did him sending her statements and quotes to make her social media posts. He's manipulating me. He's your business partner. Or do we all just forget that? Your business partner telling you what to say on your social media, your primary income is not manipulation. And stop letting Brianna gaslight you into believing that. That's not manipulation. If I have a business partner as well, all the time, tells me, Steph, take that down. Put that up, Steph. Take that down. Don't say that. And I do. Would I consider her controlling me? No, I wouldn't. It's just best practices because we're social media people. So stop that. Stop doing that. Stop thinking that you have a right to understand Mr. Latruth's faith. We're talking about an isolated incident. So the sheer fact that you guys are getting caught up under other stuff is crazy to me. It's crazy to me. It's crazy. Let me get some of your comments. This is from, I hope I'm saying your name right. Demia says it's been very noticeable over the years in his videos that she's very sad, depressed, not happy at all, and she is tired of his nonsense when he's public and other women are embarrassing her. Okay, and then she should have left him. That's all I can say about that. This from Juanita says she is saying why she is over it. They both don't believe in the same thing. They don't. Susie Q says, when you write, I'm with you. It's true. Kimberly says, if they're raising children together, his faith kind of sort of becomes her business. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It does not. I'm going to just stop this video right here because we got 3 minutes left and I just want to I'll keep it short. We'll finish watching Brianna's video another day. There's only 2 minutes left and I just can't get through it. I'm going to just stop right here. Let me just make something abundantly clear. I think I have an idea of the Latruth's audience. It seems to be very family-based viewers, adults, Christians, if I'm correct. You guys have a really weird sense and a distorted, disjointed way in thinking. you have a disjoint, and you're not gonna like this message, and I apologize if you don't, but you have a disjointed way of thinking. You have this weird bastardization of what a relationship really is. You have most of their viewers seem to have this entitlement, like I'm entitled to my wife's, not only her mind, body, and spirit, but I'm also entitled to my husband's mind, body, and spirit. And I think that's the main reason why the Latruths are in the situation they are. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not here to judge Mr. Latruth on what he believes spiritually, or Mrs. Latruth, but I'll tell you right now, neither of them are Christians. Neither one of them are. They've just sold you guys a lie. Okay, they sold you guys a lie, and you ate it up, because that's exactly what you're supposed to do with social media. You're supposed to eat it up. Okay. Their viewers, who I think made their way to this video today, you guys are delusional. You're very much delusional. You don't believe in bodily rights, and you don't believe in bodily autonomy. You believe that only married people get a say so in this situation, which is very weird and perverse to me. And the fact that you guys don't think, you guys are excusing Brianna's behaviors of stealing her husband's property in order to look for women or naked women or text messages is also a disjointed way of thinking. You guys need some serious mental health counseling on your own, and you have no basis to even be in these live streams listening to us lay out an analysis, because your notion of thinking is already misconstrued, and and it's not good. It's not good. So we're gonna finish out Brianna's video tomorrow, and then we're also gonna get into some other celebrity news, because there's other news going on. Every single time I think that we're done talking about these Latruths, somehow one of them just puts out another video. But that's and I'm not trying to be mean, but like I think you guys are, I think most of the people who support the Latruths, who have supported them over the years, it's because they're family based channel, and you do have a lot of disordered thinking, thinking that it's okay for a woman to accost her husband and steal his phone to look for naked pictures of women or text messages with women. You guys think that's what I'm getting over the past 6 days. You guys think it's okay to pepper spray your husband in order to go through his MacBook. You guys also think that it's okay to judge your husband on his faith, and that he stopped going to church. Like, that's weird to me. I think that's weird. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I'm right. I think there's something to say about that. Now, this is, again, not to excuse Mr. Latruth and his behavior. He's also pretty damaging and terrible in and of himself. But the way that you guys have come in here in support of these really toxic traits from Brianna means that you don't really know what goes on behind the scenes with social media families. And I'm here to correct that, because a lot of people aren't going to do that because they don't want to tell you how they get their bag. So I'm going to tell you right now, Mr. and Mrs. Latruth are selling you lies. This is the best way I can say it. They're selling you lies. She's trying to get you to think that he's manipulating her, when in actuality, they are selling you a social media personality. And so it is his duty as her real business partner to make sure that they maintain a specific look and aesthetic on social media. So her showing us his receipts, saying he's telling me to say this and he's telling me to do that, he's controlling me. No, he's not. He's your business partner. He's telling you what to say so that you can make sure that that cash cow, which is called AdSense, continues to roll in. So she's trying to confuse you, and which is gaslighting you into believing that she's in a controlling relationship, but she's not going to really tell you the nitty gritty, that her and her husband's everything that they do across the internet is monetized, including all of these videos that she's producing. But that's all I have for you guys. Let me get to one of the final comments. It's from Nikki. Says, I've learned once you look through their phones, found what I was looking for, and it wasn't pretty. Never again. And that's the video that's going to close us out. I'm your host, Chief Nosy Bystander. We'll be back tomorrow, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. Please, at the Chiron at the bottom, check out. We have an actual website, and we're on Roku. We have a television network, Black owned, might I add you. So check those out. Check out our free episodes. If you like to cook, if you like sketch comedy, we got it for you. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night, okay?